is greater than the number of men who have come to vote. Will that be the decisive factor, and who will the women vote for? So these are questions that remain. Let's call and go straight across to Griha Atul joining us at the live result hub. Griha, good early morning. So have you had your cup of coffee in Hyderabad? And what's the preparation like?
Without a cup of coffee, Anand, and thank you so much. Hi there, Anand, Zaka and Maria. Zaka was talking about the footwork part earlier. That is all that I have to concentrate upon, because if you can see around the length and breadth of this room, you'd see me prancing, running around every time you hear the phone ring. This is the live results here. Oh, absolutely. I am now very experienced here, Anand, that I know what footwear to wear so that I don't get tired, because I'm here through the day. You can see these phones here. These phones will start ringing in just about an hour from now. You have the stations ready. You have our colleagues all come in. They are going to pick up these phones as and when our network reporters report to them about the first leads coming out of the counting centers. And that's when the lead gets fed here on these systems, and then it gets flashed as to who is leading. And we know the exit polls have not really thrown open who exactly is a clear winner. Three of them, of course, giving Congress the edge, but others are not really talking about a clear winner. So it is going to swing anyway, and that's how exciting elections in Karnataka always become. And since there are turncoats, we also have to actually keep in mind if at all people
is Rajesh Raina around, the man who mans the hub and who's running, and can you hazard a guess where are the first results going to come in, from which part of Karnataka?
Look for Mr. Rajesh Raina. I think he's busy fixing all of the last minute details here, as people have still begun to come in. They are still about to fill up those seats. So the moment I find him, Anand, is when I go.
So let's do one thing. Let's swing back to you the moment you get Rajesh Raina, and they're all getting into and closer to when counting is about to begin. That's in just about 50 minutes from now. Griha, we'll come back to you in just a bit. Let's quickly, ladies and gentlemen, come back and look at the numbers. What does the trend show? Do the exit pollsters get it right? Let's try and understand this and have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this time around, there are pollsters. Largely, if you look at the trend, it's the Congress which has its nose ahead. Some pollsters have given the BJP the mandate. That corridor of uncertainty, which way you would swing, and of course, what is the base for your exit poll samples, and when did you take your exit polls? A lot of these arguments are doing the rounds. The numbers will settle this entire discourse. But what settles at the bottom is the overall numbers: 92, 107, 23 and 2. Last time around in 2018, also the exit pollsters made some predictions. You see these numbers, and let's go back and ask Zaka Jacob, 2018 and today, did the exit pollsters overall mega poll of polls, will that settle? Because was there a trend in 2018?
I think, many of the famed exit pollsters got Karnataka wrong last time around. They're saying that the Congress is ahead, but ultimately it was the BJP that ended up with the single largest party, so near yet so far as Anand put it. But what to watch out for today? I think there are two regions. There are two dominant castes, and Karnataka elections have been about these two dominant castes over the last many 30, 40, 50 years. One, the Vokaligas in the old Mysore region, the other, the Lingayats in central and north Karnataka. So I'm just quickly going to run both the Vokaliga and the Lingayat factors on the wall. Take a look at this. This is a phenomenal performance by the JDS last time around. Out of the 38 Vokaliga-dominated seats, they won 21. The BJP had only 9, and the Congress only 8. This is essentially this Hassan, Mandya, Ramnagara, all the way up to Mysore. And then, of course, there are a few rural Bangalore seats as well, Chikbalapur, so on and so forth. But this is where the game really turned for the Congress, and the JDS had 37. Out of 37, 21 with a vote share. Look at this, almost a 40% vote share, which is higher than the BJP, higher than the Congress. That's where the JDS was dominant last time around. Will it remain like this time around, or will it change? That's something we have to wait and watch out for. Also, a lot has been said about the Lingayat factor, so I'm going to quickly run you through the Lingayat factor, because Lingayats voted with their feet in the last election. They have been voting for the BJP consistently. Take a look at this. This entire belt from central all the way up to North Karnataka, from Shimoga, Davangere, Chitragurga, all the way up to Hubli, Dharwad, and then up north in Belgaum. So this entire belt, look at the kind of dominance the BJP had in the Lingayat seats. 40 to 20 of the Congress. Although the vote share difference was not much, it was just about 3.5%. But that 3.5% was good enough for a twice lead for the BJP in terms of seat share. Will they be able to maintain this kind of dominance in central and North Karnataka? Will the Lingayat vote bank crack? And how will the Vokaligas vote? Will they vote like they did for the JDS last time around, or will they, some of them at least, come back to the Congress? I think these two questions will largely settle the question of Karnataka.
And what is the mood on ground, and what are the netas doing before the counting is about to begin? Rohini is joining us live. Harish, Ritu and Akshara, all of them are ready early morning. Hello everyone, good morning. Beginning with you, Harish. Where you are, have you managed to speak to any of the netas? Did they offer the morning prayers before waiting for the counting to begin?
Well, I'm at DK Shivakumar's house, one of the claimants for the Chief Minister's post. If the Congress indeed managed to get a simple majority in Karnataka, it was a late night visit to Bengaluru. He had visited a temple and then he came back to Bengaluru. So no signs of DK Shivakumar out here yet. But you already see a lot of action outside his house, a lot of supporters who are anticipating their leader to be in the play in the game if the Congress indeed gets a simple majority. But you've already seen a lot of talk about post-poll coalition. You had HDK Kumaraswamy, who just came back from Singapore late last night, and he comes out. He's back. And the first thing he comes out and tells is, well, you guys are predicting 12 to 20 seats for me, which means I'm out of the game. I'm pretty much not required for any party. So why talk about results now? And when somebody pointed out or asked him if he would go with the BJP, he quickly points out that B.S. Yediyurappa has been consistently saying that they'll get a complete majority. So why would he require me? And in a way, miffed with the media and the pollsters that all of them giving the JDS anywhere around 20 seats. And he perhaps is taking a jibe at the media, saying, you shouldn't even really talk to me. I will be irrelevant.
Yes, but I want to understand from you, Rohini, how are these counting taking place? Because if Mr. DK Shivakumar has chosen not to go to Kanakpura, is all the counting taking place in Bengaluru, or is it in the respective districts?
Well, it is taking place in his respective districts as well. But if you notice that Mr. DK Shivakumar also has on his shoulders a very important responsibility, and that is the state of Karnataka Congress. And he would like to be where the pulse is, and as the results pour in, would like to be right in the heart of the city, where if they win, and as they're hoping to win, and the numbers that he said till late last night was 150, and with the confidence that they said so, well, he clearly wants to be in the hub, which is the Karnataka Congress office, which is newly inaugurated recently, just when Rahul Gandhi was here in Karnataka. But let me tell you that the confidence is equally buzzing even in the BJP. I've been even getting senior BJP leaders who've been telling me that they're ready with jalebis and sweets late last night itself कि हम ही सरकार बनाएंगे. So it's quite interesting. It's edge. It's like it's like that last mile, that last touching that line. It's like that Coco game where
what is interesting this time around, Rohini, is that it just gives me a sense of deja vu with Tamil Nadu in 2016. Where there were people celebrating on both ends. There was one quiet confidence, and there were others who were very clearly saying that it is the DMK, and there was the whole group was standing at DMK, and it all just changed, didn't it?
It happened in Bihar. One thing on result day, never make your laddus early. Wait for the result. Wait for the result and then go, have your laddus. But, I just want to show quickly, before we go back to our reporters, two other things, because the caste-dominant narrative has been about Lingayats and Vokaligas and how they will vote, I think two other factors are also very, very critical to watch out for. One, the OBCs. Now, the BJP, and this is the story of the BJP in the last 8-9 years under Mr. Modi, they have transformed themselves into an OBC party. How will the OBCs vote? Because remember, the Kurubas, the Idigas, the Maligas, they are big chunks of backward class voters. Will they consolidate around the BJP like they did last time, or will they split and a portion of them return back to the Congress? Look at the dominance the BJP had amongst the OBC voters. 18 out of the 24 seats. That's like a strike rate of 80% plus. 18 out of the 24 seats, and with a vote share of 45%. Look at the difference in the Congress and the BJP's vote share there. Overall, statewide, the Congress was 2% ahead. But in the OBC dominant seats, the BJP is, what, 5 plus 3, 8% ahead. 8% vote share means complete dominance over that vote bank. So the OBC vote bank is something to watch out for. Similarly, another very, very important sort of vote bank, as it were, is the SCs, the Dalits. There is, of course, in Karnataka, famously, they say SC right, which votes left, and then there is SC left, which votes right for the BJP. So it's a bit, you know, the other hand, as they call it in Karnataka. But the SC dominant seats, here again, the BJP swept the last time around. 16 out of 36 seats. The Congress had 12, even though the Congress had about 3 or 4% vote share more. In fact, 5% vote share more than the BJP. But the BJP won the number of seats because its conversion rate was better. Will the Dalits, again, back the BJP like they did the last time? Or will some of them return back to the Congress? So while the dominant caste narrative is Vokaliga, Lingayat, I think OBCs and Dalits are also going to play a very, very critical role in this election.
The interesting story, let's just quickly bring in Ritu and Akshara also. Akshara, now since your budget is approved, everybody is wondering how did you get it approved? Let me ask you, whereabouts are you today and who are you tracking? Are you close to a counting center?
Well, right now I'm here at KPCC office and I'm not sure whether the leaders are ready, but we have a Congress supporter who's ready, waving a flag with a placard of sorts,
the lone
which has a
supporter
picture
there.
of Priyanka Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. So yeah, a lone supporter. And I'm at the party office, which is favored by the exit poll. It's said to have a edge over the other parties, but you can't predict at the end of the day. So you can, as Zaka sir mentioned, never keep your laddus ready. Wait till the results are out. So yeah, I'm here at the KPCC office right now.
And Akshara, you are overnight star. After what you said yesterday, you have been trending on social media. Everybody is asking what exactly happened. I mean, why did you miss that flight famously now? Ritu, where are you? And did you have your breakfast before starting your day?
Tracking the mass leader Siddaramaiah, so it will take some time for me to have my breakfast, so you know it how it is for the mass leader and his supporters there. So here I'm at the Siddaramaiah's residence at TK layout. So what we are given to understand is that he is having a pain in the right hand, and that's the reason he is resting right now inside. He's still sleeping. But meanwhile, let me also show you the other picture as well. I request my video journalist Sudhakar to pan and show you those visuals as well, where there's an elaborate arrangements that are actually being made here in front of his residence. There are all cops who have got the instruction from their senior officers, how they have to be stationed, what exactly they are supposed to do throughout the day. Remember that we do know the Ahinda leader is a mass leader, the Siddaramaiah, in fact. So there will be a huge crowd here any moment that, once the polling starts, the results come out, from 8 itself, that the supporters might come here and gather in a huge number. That's the reason you're seeing, many cops here at the spot right now, who are all getting instructed from their senior officers and also getting their deployment as well. So this is TK layout in the Mysuru.
We'll have to see similar deployment outside B.S. Yediyurappa's residence, Basavaraj Bommai's residence.
See where the police presence increases. In Tamil Nadu was famously said, is it outside Poise Garden or is it outside Gopalapuram? Then you know which way the result is going. So, yeah.
So with Siddaramaiah outside there,
no, but he's in Mysuru.
Yeah,
he's in Mysuru, yeah.
He has chosen to be in Mysuru.
He is in Mysuru. DK Shivakumar decides to be in Bengaluru.
Yes.
So we'll have to see where B.S. Yediyurappa is. Is he in Shikaripura?
I think he is.
He's staying put in Shikaripura. Basavaraj Bommai, what's his thought process? Swastika is also with us. Swastika, Neetu and Purnima. Good morning, ladies. Swastika, whereabouts are you? Who are you tracking?
Well, I'm tracking Basavaraj Bommai here in Hubli, and in fact he is right now at his residence. From here he is going to go to his constituency Shigao, to his residence again, and then make a trip to Haveri at the counting centres to take stock of what exactly is playing out. And Mr. Basavaraj Bommai has been maintaining throughout that all of these exit polls are wrong, because they have data of poll booths across the state, and they know that the BJP is winning. Is categorically denied any kind of alliance with the JDS at the moment. But what we've picked up is that there have been hectic parlays for both the sides, with the independents especially, because yesterday Mr. Basavaraj Bommai was part of that very meeting with B.S. Yediyurappa. Very quickly, I'll just show you a very general protocol. He's a simple man. I've been tracking him since the last 1 week. He does not have a lot of security with him. He has a very humble lifestyle. That's what I've learned about Mr. Bommai. And today I think he's having his breakfast as we speak. From here he's going to head to Shigao and then Haveri to take stock of what
well,
is happening
Swastika, we've
across
just
the
got
state.
pictures pulling away from you. We've got pictures of HD Kumaraswamy. He's speaking outside his house. Let's just go to that. Ooh, those visuals just froze. We'll go back again. Yeah.
Okay. ಸರ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಮಹತ್ವವಾದಂಥ ದಿನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್?
ಜನ ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕಲ್ವೇ? ಅಂತಿಮವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಜನತೆ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವೇ ಕಾರ್ಯರೂಪಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಜನತೆ ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಅದನ್ನ
and what everybody predicts does not matter. What the people finally decide and who they vote for is what matters.
ಒಂದು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಫಲಿತಾಂಶವನ್ನ ಸಮಚಿತ್ತವಾಗಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾಲೇ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆ ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಸಿದ್ಧವಾಗೇ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸಮಚಿತ್ತವಾಗಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ.
ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಹಲವಾರು ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಈ ಬಾರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಥಾನ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ?
ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಹೇಳೋದು ಬೇರೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಪೋಲ್ಗಳು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ. JDSಗೆ ಇಂತಿಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಥಾನ.
So once again he is taking that jibe at the exit polls.
140ವರೆಗೂ ಕೆಲವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
So what forget what I am expecting, but what the pollsters are predicting.
ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಪೋಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನೀವು ಜನಗಳ ತೀರ್ಪೇನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ.
You people have already decided what the people are going to vote for, so why are you asking me? So those jibes, he clearly has not liked the exit poll predictions for the JDS.
ಅರ್ಥವೇ ಇಲ್ವೇನೋ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ನಿರೀಕ್ಷಣೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಜನತೆಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅತಂತ್ರ ವಿಧಾನಸಭೆ
I am not even going around the counting centers. I am not doing anything. I have left it to the people to decide. Let them vote. They have voted. We'll see what they give.
What are all the chances for which party or which leader? You can see. We can wait for another 2-3 hours.
How much is your expectation for JDS?
My expectation is not. Now my expectation is not necessary because already exit poll, two people already shown that two national parties will going to score in a big way. There is no third alternate about your exit poll. JDSU people have given us actually 12 seats to 30 or 32. You have given maximum 12 from 12 seats. Let us see.
Sir, also predicted that you will be crossing around 38 to 40, sir.
Pardon?
ಸರ್ ಅಸ್ಥಿರತೆ ಉಂಟಾದ್ರೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಬಲ ಯಾರಿಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್?
ನೋಡ ಜನ ಅಸ್ಥಿರತೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಾಯಕರಿಗಾಗಲೇ ಸೂಟು ಬೂಟುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಾಗಲೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಒಂದೇ ಉಳಿದಿರೋದು ಬಾಕಿ ಅಲ್ವೇ? ಅವರಿಗಾಗಲೇ ಭಾಳ ಮೇಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೋಡೋಣ ಫಲಿತಾಂಶ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ ಆಮೇಲೆ
ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ
ನನಗೆ ಯಾವ ನಾಯಕರು ಸಂಪರ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
I am not in contact with
ಸಂಪರ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ.
Has somebody called you? Are you in touch with anybody? I am not in contact or touch with anybody.
ಚೆಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಚೆಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡೆ.
I went to Singapore for a health checkup. I finished my checkup. I have come back.
ಚುನಾವಣಾ ಫಲಿತಾಂಶ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಯ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಅದು ಬಂದ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಏನಿದ್ರು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
So I have to wait to heal, get well soon, and then after that I will get back into whatever my regular activities are.
Sir, are you weighing your options, sir? Are you weighing your options? Are you weighing your options to either?
No, actually, according to your exit poll, there is not necessary for any options.
No, sir.
According to your exit poll.
Some of the exit polls have stated 38. You will get 38.
Let us see. Another 2-3 hours we can wait.
He is not very, very happy.
There is no plan for me. There is no responsibility also for me according to your exit poll.
ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಓಪನ್ ಆಫರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಒಂದು ಓಪನ್ ಆಫರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಮೈತ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ.
ಯಾರಿಗೆ?
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ.
ಅವರು ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡೋರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಆಫರ್ ಏನು ಕೊಡಲಿ? ನನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು? ಅವ್ರು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಎರಡೂ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗಳು ನನ್ನ ಆಫರ್ ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಅವರಿಗೆ?
ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಅವರೇ
He's saying both parties have already announced that they are getting clear mandates, so why would they want another offer? Why would they want to come with an offer to me?
In 2018 we have seen this happen. In 2008 we have seen
Let us see.
both the parties have come to your doorstep.
Let us see, brother. We hope for a good thing. Let us see good development.
We hope for a good development for the JDS is what he is
There is
saying.
no demand for me. How I am a small party. How can I demand?
Will you want to be the chief minister?
That is not there. Let us see.
Will you be the chief
That is not there. Let us see is what he says. Ritu is there. Ritu, you asked him the question. He is clearly taking jibes at the pollsters for not giving him a chance. Neetu, yes, Neetu, you are there. Yeah, Neetu.
Yes.
Yes. That's correct. He's really not happy that the pollsters are not giving him the good marks. He went on to say that you guys have said in your exit poll that I will not get much seats, and that what is that then you're asking me? Both the BJP and the Congress say that they can actually form the government by themselves, and why do they need my help? Nobody has contacted me. I'm not in touch either with the BJP or the Congress has not contacted him. So this is what Mr. Kumaraswamy has said. He has just left from his residence in JP Nagar right now. We are expecting that he's going to his other residence here.
Right.
We are just trying to follow him.
So you
right
get
now
on the move. You get on the move, Neetu, because HD Kumaraswamy believes when he takes a jibe at the exit pollsters, he believes he's got a chance. He's saying, wait for 2-3 hours, we'll see. And
he's an accidental chief minister who has got it
somebody
right
even
several
asked him,
times.
say 2008, 2000, somebody even asked him, do you want to be chief minister? He said, no, I don't want to say anything right now. Of course he does. So, Purnima, where are you? We've not come across to you. Good early morning to you. Whereabouts are you, Purnima? Who are you tracking?
Well, good morning. I am outside Yediyurappa's residence. He's come to Bangalore a day after the voting took place. Yediyurappa alone has travelled to Bangalore. This is his Bangalore residence. His son, B.Y. Vijendra, is at Shikaripura and will be monitoring the process. Remember, Yediyurappa also maintains that BJP will get a clear mandate, and his expectation is that the BJP would cross 135. Therefore, there's no question of a hung assembly is something that Yediyurappa has maintained and denied the possibility of in fact, approaching the JDS. But we'll have to wait for the next 2-3 hours to see what really happens. But Yediyurappa in Bengaluru monitoring the developments and will be waiting for the numbers to come out.
One interesting thing about that house, that Kaveri is the official residence of the Chief Minister, and even after Mr. Yediyurappa stepped down, he didn't give up the house. He continued to stay in that house, and obviously out of respect, Mr. Bommai decided to move into a bungalow next door. But if there is a non-BJP chief minister, I'm afraid he might have to give up that.
He might have to give up
But
that
the interesting part is, Zaka, that we have ensured equal deployment on all the sides. All the bases are covered from B.S. Yediyurappa
this
to
Purnima
Mr.
standing outside that
Basavaraj Bommai.
Nilbate Sannata as far as B.S. Yediyurappa's
no cops
house.
there.
But you never
echoes
know.
with me when I was standing at Poise Garden. Same time, 7:30 in the morning at Poise Garden. I was the only guy standing at that time back in 2016, and by the time it was 9:30, it was all packed. So it's the similar signs again. Congress, the celebrations have already started. We've got to take a very short break. So with these celebration shots coming in from the national capital, it looks like it's from Delhi that we are getting from the AICC headquarters. They're already celebrating the victory. So they're very confident that they are in pole position. With the dhol and nagada, we'll be back with an explosion when we come back. Stay with us.
On the television screen so that you know which party is leading, and finally through the course of the day you will get to know about the winner right here first on CNN News 18. Now what happens is, this is the elections in Karnataka that we are talking about. Elections, assembly elections, a state which has been buzzing all through the year with its political overtures. There's so much to know, there's so much of excitement, the energy is only palpable. And why is that? It's because of the three parties, the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Congress and the JDS, of course. Now will JDS be playing the kingmaker is the big question. Although if you hear all of the JDS spokesperson, including the big wigs, they have actually ruled out that they are going to actually venture into that spot any time this year. Although they have done that in the past, and that's why BJP government came into power. But will that happen this time around in 2023? We'd have to wait for the results to happen. So much has happened. There's too many turncoats. BJP has lost out on a lot of Lingayat faces, important faces like Mr. Jagdish Shettar, like Mr. Lakshman Savadi. Now that they've joined the Congress party, will that be benefiting the Congress is also the big question. And guess what? We get to know it first. Now, if Mr. Jagdish Shettar ends up winning that ticket from the Congress party, that is that one number that gets added to the Congress's kitty. Is that why, out of all the exit polls, 3 of the exit polls have given a clear majority to the Congress. Now, is that going to be a correct number, or it is going to be a hung house? We'd have to wait for all of those answers once these phones start ringing, and we'd have all our colleagues sitting over here. They'd be actually picking up these phones and telling us exactly what the data is. Where are the numbers really headed to? What and which party has the clear majority, has the lead, first of all, and then you'd get to know, if at all, the exit polls really did get it right. Because you do know, out of all, just 3 have given Congress a clear majority. All the others are still not giving any party the clear majority. And that's why I say whether JDS will end up playing the kingmaker. What happens is going to be the big question. I'd be right here. I'd be keeping an eye on all the phone calls. I'd have all my colleagues, who will be my hands, who would be telling us exactly which party is leading and eventually which party emerges as the clear winner or not. We'd get to know. May 13th it is. Well, hello there. I am Griha Siddiqui and I'm joining you live from the Live Results Hub. Well, this is the place right here where all the action is going to happen. We're talking about May 13th, the counting day for Karnataka elections, and all eyes will be at this very Live Results Hub. Here's where all the action happens first. Now, you can see around here, there are computers. All these systems, along with these phones, we'll have our network reporters calling on these phones. They will tell us what are the first leads, first votes that have been counted. That is getting fed here in the data, and that gets reflected on the television screen so that you know which party is leading. And finally, through the course of the day, you will get to know about the winner right here first on CNN News 18. Now, what happens is, this is the elections in Karnataka that we're talking about. Elections, assembly elections, a state which has been buzzing all through the year with its political overtures. There's so much to know. There's so much of excitement. The energy is only palpable. And why is that? It's because of the 3 parties, the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Congress, and the JDS, of course. Now, will JDS be playing the kingmaker is the big question. Although, if you hear all of the JDS spokesperson, including the bigwigs, they have actually ruled out that they are going to actually venture into that spot any time this year. Although they have done that in the past, and that's why BJP government came into power. But will that happen this time around in 2023? We'd have to wait for the results to happen. So much has happened. There's too many turncoats. BJP has lost out on a lot of Lingayat faces, important faces like Mr. Jagdish Shettar, like Mr. Lakshman Savadi. Now that they've joined the Congress party, will that be benefiting the Congress is also the big question. And guess what? We get to know it first. Now, if Mr. Jagdish Shettar ends up winning that ticket from the Congress party, that is that one number that gets added to the Congress's kitty. Is that why, out of all the exit polls, 3 of the exit polls have given a clear majority to the Congress? Now, is that going to be a correct number, or it is going to be a hung house? We'd have to wait for all of those answers once these phones start ringing, and we'd have all our colleagues sitting over here. They'd be actually picking up these phones and telling us exactly what the data is. Where are the numbers really headed to? What and which party has the clear majority, has the lead, first of all, and then you'd get to know, if at all.
We're back on just about 27 minutes before counting gets underway. 27 minutes before counting gets underway, and you have the numbers right at the bottom of your screens, ladies and gentlemen, and these numbers will be updated as the results come in. There is no aji-baji that's happening. You're seeing the numbers as they will come in, because we also have the live result hub from where we'll get the updates, and then within seconds, it will start reflecting on that fantastic magic wall here. So there's a lot of tech that's gone in to get this election news coverage going, and let's try and flaunt some of that tech again. Let's quickly try and understand why this is important as we bring in Air Alexa and get you this phenomenal scene that stands out. These are the aspects that will perhaps decide the election and also the road forward. Both these parties, the BJP and the Congress, have a story going. There is a story going in these 224 seats even for HD Kumaraswamy. Is the JDS increasingly becoming irrelevant in Karnataka politics? That will be decided by how much the JDS scores, because with each passing election, their footprint has been reducing. Last time around, the JDS had 37 seats, the BJP 104, Congress 80. Congress needs to win handsomely to settle the entire aspect of whether or not it's a party in reckoning for Lok Sabha 2024. This man continues to be the star for the BJP, but increasingly in state elections, is his effect, his magic, his aura waning? Is the voter now becoming more discerning? It's a record voter turnout at 73.19%. What does that mean? It means that people have come out with perhaps the intent to give a decisive mandate. Now, is that a mandate which is anti-incumbency or is it pro-incumbency? The results will show. But it's been revolving door results since 1989. We've seen elections buck trends. What happened in Gujarat has never happened before. What happened in Goa never happened before. What happened in Uttarakhand never happened before. Factionalism. Will this hurt the Congress party? There are 5-6 leaders in Karnataka who believe they should be chief minister. Will big defections hurt the BJP's chances, or will the BJP use this as an opportunity to emerge out of purely being a Lingayat-dominated party? Will there be an overhaul of leadership if the BJP gets the mandate in Karnataka? Exit polls give Congress party the edge, the single largest party. That's what the Congress will emerge. Similar numbers as the BJP the last time around. 46 seats in urban Karnataka are tight fights. Who's going to dominate these 46 seats? But more importantly, this story of the Lingayat-dominated seats. 67 seats. B.S. Yediyurappa and his, will they be able to cash in on his equity? Will he be able to convince the voter that no, you continue to vote because my son is getting a chance? And for him, despite the fact that Jagdish Shettar, Lakshman Savdi and all have exited the party. 112 seats with more women voters than men. This is a constituency, the Mahila, who has been very, very influential in also propping up the fortunes of the BJP repeatedly. Is that going to work as we swing back into Air Alexa, as we are flying over Bengaluru? This is the visual delight that we are bringing to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's quickly get you the exit poll of polls and the mega poll of polls with the exit polls. This is where the crux is. This is where the crux is. The multi-poll very clearly says, as we bring it in here, that the Congress will emerge as the single largest party. But there are pollsters who have spent time on ground in Karnataka who are saying no. The voters who have come out to vote are actually going to vote for the BJP. Is that story going to be? Who's going to climb those steps of the beautiful Vidhana Saudha as we bring this down and show you the Vidhana Saudha? It just looks a regal, fantastic building. And it's an iconic monument there in Bengaluru. And in front of that, we put you the stakeholders, the people who are in the hunt. JDS's footprint slipping. HD Kumaraswamy clearly will not like to see these numbers. He would have wanted far greater numbers and better projection for the JDS, but that doesn't seem to be happening. He says both the BJP and Congress think they are going to walk away with it. But if the poll of polls is to be concerned, he will still be in contention. Can somebody with 23 seats eventually end up as chief minister? Is that going to happen? We'll have to wait and watch. Let's quickly go across to Griha. Atul Griha is joining us from the live result hub. There must be some more buzz. Just about 25 minutes to go as we start counting. So dry run, exercises, everything done. Griha, did you find Rajesh Raina somewhere? From where are we going to expect the first result to come in? Which part of Karnataka?
Absolutely. And Anand, if you see behind me, the seats have begun to fill in. All our colleagues are there in action. They are waiting for the phone calls to ring. I have managed to actually find Rajesh Raina. He's the man of the moment. He's going to give us all the technical details as to how does this live result hub really work? How do we get first on the numbers? Rajesh sir, I know you're a busy man, but you have to give us some time. Tell us, 35 polling centers, counting centers, how does it work?
87 reporters.
87 reporters.
Yes.
How does it work?
So this is a unique system which we have created in-house. No network in the country is having that kind of system, right? What you will see at 8 o'clock, all these channels, they will inflate their numbers. They will say 30, 40, 50. So they are all imaginary and inflated, right? So when we give our numbers, we give the breakup of the seats also. When we show in the tally that one party is getting 10 seats, another is getting 12 seats, there's a breakup of each constituency. No other networking in the country will give you the breakup because everything is inflated and exaggerated. Because all our people are physically present inside the counting centers, right? I told you there are 35 counting centers, right? But we have 87 people. What's the reason of having 87 people there? Because counting is not happening at only one place, in one particular hall. There are 2-3 counting halls. Yes. So we have deployed out 3 people for these counting halls, for one constituency. So when the EVM is opened there, right? So before it goes to the media center officially, right, any trend or result, our reporter sends it to us here in this control room. That's why we are 20
Which part
to
of
25
Karnataka can we expect the first results to come in from?
These channels. That's the reason.
Okay, so the question that I'm getting from the newsroom is that which part of Karnataka do you expect the first results to come in?
I think first result may come from Bangalore because the vote percentage has been less there.
Okay, okay.
That's the
so
reason.
that's where the phone starts ringing and then the data is fed here in the system and then it gets reflected on the screen.
It's a fraction of, I think it takes only 3 to 4 seconds to deliver result to the screen. From counting center to the screen. It is only 3 to 4 seconds time.
3 to 4
Thank
seconds.
you so much. 3 to 4 seconds.
So you won't have much talk time, Griha, as you call out the leads because then we'll pull away from you and get Zaka in here. But you're saying 35 counting centers, 87 reporters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the number that you should trust. The numbers that will come at the bottom of your screen and all around this screen. That is the News 18, CNN News 18 screen. That's the number you need to trust. Across the News 18 network, the numbers will be the same because this is all coming from one hub, the live result hub, where Griha is joining us live. It's all live. And you will see it manifest on that fantastic map on the wall. It'll start coloring, isn't it?
Yeah, it will. This is how it's looking right now. It's all empty, it's all grey, but I can assure you the colors are going to pop. Whether it'll be saffron, blue or brown, we'll know in about half an hour's time as the numbers start picking up. Just quickly before give it back to you guys. 2 other things to watch out for, 2 other regions which could play a critical role this time around. The northern part of the state. In one of those parts, Kittur Karnataka or Bombay Karnataka, the BJP dominated last time around. That again is the Lingayat belt. This is north of Hubli Dharwad. You have places like Belgaum, etc. There, look at the numbers. The BJP had 34 out of 56 at 44% vote share. So a difference of almost 5% in vote share in a state overall, statewide. The BJP was 2% less than the Congress. They had 34 out of 56. The Congress had only 19. This was in Bombay, Karnataka or Kittur, Karnataka. And then you have Hyderabad, Karnataka. And remember, that's of importance now for the Congress because Mr. Kharge, the AICC president, comes from Gulbarga. This is Bidar, Raichur, Gulbarga. One of the most impoverished, and one of our reporters yesterday said one of the most backward places in the state and perhaps even in the country. A lot of poverty. Has always been the Congress's dominant sort of area. But last time the BJP narrowed it down. The difference was not much. It was 16 BJP, 21 Congress. Can the Congress widen that gap? Also, this part, which is close to Hyderabad, close to Telangana, has a presence of a significant Muslim vote bank. So which way will they go? Will that whole Bajrang Dal ban actually consolidate the Muslim vote much more in favor of the Congress in this part of Karnataka? So watch out for both Kittur Karnataka as well as Kalyana Karnataka, the northern part of the state, which could also play an important factor for both parties.
Just to add to what Zaka was saying, I did speak to one of the BJP leaders and his assessment was that before Prime Minister Narendra Modi's arrival, the Bs were our problem. Bengaluru, Bidar and Belgavi. But after Prime Minister's blitzkrieg, which was focused in these areas, things have changed. That's the reason why we are seeing that confidence that is coming in. And the advantage of covering leaders like Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, Swastika, is that they are very affable and even if win or lose, irrespective of results, they will come and speak to you. Swastika, has he promised you that he'll speak to you irrespective of the results?
We are expecting him to, and yes, he is likely to give a soundbite as soon as he steps out of his residence right now here in Hubli and heads to his constituency Shigaon and then Haveri. But yes, Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, a lot at stake for him. He's very much confident of winning Shigaon and coming back as an MLA from that area for the 4th term. But whether he'll come back as the chief minister or not, that is something I asked him on the polling day, and he said whatever the legislature, party and the parliamentary board decides, I'll go with it. But for now, we know for a fact that the BJP will be winning with a landslide margin.
Yes, it does look like it, and we've seen this especially in Gujarat. We've seen it in Karnataka. The leaders are very clear कि मतभेद भले ही हो, मनभेद नहीं होना चाहिए, and that instance when Siddaramaiah and Basavaraj Bommai met and Siddaramaiah patted Basavaraj Bommai on his shoulder. That went viral because of the amiable equations these leaders have outside of their political stories. Elsewhere in other parts of the country, in other states, they say that, you know, the swords are driven out, they're out, and the cudgels are out. So if you're not ideologically matching, then we don't even talk with you or break bread with you. But that's not the case in some of the other states are concerned. So this discourse continues as far as politics will go. But let's quickly try and also understand. I'm just going to go back to Zaka and say, where do you see the JDS holding forth? If the JDS has to win, and if it's winning 23 seats, does that mean that it moves away out of the political discourse? Eventually, Karnataka becomes a two-state kind of a thing?
Well, a lot will ride on this
election. Because JDS is also experimenting in Hyderabad, Karnataka.
They are experimenting in this part. They did get a few seats, I think about 4 seats in Hyderabad, Karnataka. But that is, I think, a spillover really from their gud or their fortress. The fortress has always been the southern Karnataka region, which is where I showed. I mean, they were the #1 party there. And southern Karnataka is the biggest. Old Mysore is the biggest chunk, the biggest region with 57 seats. The JDS had 27 out of those seats. The Congress only 17, the BJP 11. This, of course, is excluding the Bangalore seats. But it does have some Bangalore rural seats. But this entire belt, that Bangalore-Mysore highway, the new one that you take from Hassan, Kanakpura, Ramnagara, all the way up to Mysore, that has been the dominance of the JDS last time around as well when they won 37. Remember the election before that in 2004, they won 50 plus seats and Kumaraswamy became Chief Minister in 2006 for the very first time. But if the JDS loses its relevance in this gud or fortress, the Vokkaliga dominated part of Karnataka, and you heard Kumaraswamy a moment ago saying, you guys are giving us 20 seats, how would I be a kingmaker? But never write off the JDS. They have an incumbent vote, an inherent vote. The question is, how much can they build on that? Last time around, in this belt, they got not just the Vokkaliga vote, they got a section of the backwards, they got a section of the Muslims. Will that change? Will the backwards and the Muslims, the OBCs, Dalits and the Muslims shift away from the JDS and go to the Congress? Because just on your base vote, you cannot win constituencies. It's like saying Lalu and Mulayam win just on the Yadav vote. They cannot. That because numerically they are not strong enough to win just on the base vote. Similarly, for the JDS, they need Vokkaliga plus. Whether that plus will continue to stay with them or whether it will move back to the Congress, I think that is critical.
Some tamasha also happened with the JDS over the last 24 hours with Tanveer Ahmed and CM Ibrahim, and Tanveer Ahmed unceremoniously being said that you're no longer part of the JDS. So, Harish, if you're there, what's the story there? Because Tanveer Ahmed has always been a spokesperson of the JDS. Why was this entire aspect of CM Ibrahim, and it was spat on social media? And Tanveer Ahmed said, thank you very much, I now resign from the party.
Well, clearly Tanveer Ahmed jumped the guns over there. One thing that's very clear about the BJP's, about the JDS is irrespective of who the spokesperson is, who's the party state president, it is the Deve Gowda family. It's Deve Gowda and Kumaraswamy who really decide which way the party goes, who they're backing, and they usually do not want to reveal anything till something concrete works. And that was the case last time also, despite Ashok Gehlot and others talking to them. It was only when it was finalized they made a formal announcement. They did not speculate. Even now when you hear HDK Kumaraswamy, he's miffed with the exit poll, but not really commenting on post-poll coalition, which party seems like a favorable one. That's something that the JDS has always done. And perhaps with Tanveer Ahmed making that kind of a statement that a decision has already been done and will be announced tomorrow, that really would have miffed the Deve Gowda family and Kumaraswamy. And that's why they decided to ensure that there's nobody who will go out of turn and comment on what the party is thinking. We've seen this earlier also, the party coming out and saying that it will only be a certain person who will comment. And the party doesn't really believe in having a spokesperson list also.
Yes, with accidental chief ministers, when everything plays out post-poll, they do not want to jump the gun because the communication, if any, is happening directly with Mr. HDK Kumaraswamy. It won't be happening with any second-rung leaders because they really do not exist in many ways. DP Satish, our in-house expert on Southern India, is joining us. DP, early morning, good morning to you. But tell us, what is the mood like in various camps? There is optimism, there is some kind of anger, but also at the same time, some kind of, that faith that people would have voted for those respective blocks.
Maria, good morning. Because JDS hoping for a hung assembly. Mr. Kumaraswamy, who was in Singapore, has returned to Bengaluru, and is hoping that there will be a hung assembly and once again he can become the king and kingmaker both. But BJP is still hopeful that it will come back to power, and BJP insiders claim that it will be the single largest party if it fails to reach the halfway mark. But Congress is optimistic. Congress is actually very enthusiastic now. Congress people think that they have already won the election, but we will have to wait till at least 12 o'clock to confirm it, because Congress camp claims that they have already won the election. Congress has held series of meetings yesterday and day before yesterday. Most of the Congress leaders met Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar. Congress top leaders from Delhi have also arrived in Bengaluru to discuss post-result scenarios, and they are hopeful that party will get at least 113 assembly seats, and Congress claims they have already won the election.
Is the Chief Minister
JDS is hoping for a hung
is the
assembly.
Chief Minister potential CM already decided for them? Because they fought in many ways in the name of two leaders.
I don't think... See, there are only two top contenders, Mr. Siddaramaiah, the former Chief Minister, who is also the leader of the opposition and party's tallest leader in the state, and followed by DK Shivakumar, who is Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee President and who is also a senior MLA and a former minister. And these two are fighting for the post of the Chief Minister. But Siddaramaiah claims that he is one of the top contenders and opportunity should be given to him once again. And DK Shivakumar claims that he has led the party in this election and he has organized and mobilized the cadre, and he should also be given a chance. And party high command will have to decide if they win the election, but it's not going to be so easy to choose between the two. But majority of the MLAs might back Siddaramaiah. This is what some insiders claim.
Yeah, but
every time you ask Siddaramaiah on this question, he says MLAs will decide. And I think this is a prevailing wisdom that the majority of the MLAs will back Siddaramaiah. In fact, they gave tickets to most of the sitting MLAs. He was the leader of the opposition. He has a better equation with these MLAs, the sitting MLAs, and the candidates that were chosen. So if the MLAs decide, Siddaramaiah will have a chance. Also, it depends on the magnitude of the victory. If it's a real outright big victory, then I don't think the Congress High Command can deny Mr. Siddaramaiah the Chief Ministership. If it's neither here nor there, if they need Operation Reverse Kamala, as they call it, then I think DK stands a better chance, because obviously he has the resources and, what is required to...
the thing is that laddus should not be made way in advance.
But DP Satish, what's your understanding? I remember you had shared with all of us internally that there was something similar in the exit polls last time in 2018, where the overall mega poll of polls eventually arrived at the same numbers as the election numbers came through. This time around, what's your sense?
See, I am not a great fan of exit polls, but Congress claims they have already won, and a few exit polls have given clear majority to Congress, and majority of them have predicted a hung assembly. We will have to wait on until at least 12 o'clock to come to a conclusion or say something.
Why? Then why have you ever seen this kind of confidence from both sides? Have you ever seen in Karnataka this kind of confidence from both sides, where both of them are claiming absolute majority? Or do you believe that this is the same raga every time?
Yes, I have seen this in 2018. The ruling Congress was supremely confident, because Siddaramaiah used to claim that he was going to continue as the Chief Minister, but what happened, we all of us have seen. And in 2018, Yadurappa was supremely confident that he was going to come to power, but BJP won 104 seats and they missed chance by a few seats. A year later, they came to power. But in 2018, I witnessed the similar scenario.
But what is Mr. Devegowda saying? No, he did campaign, and let's not forget, he remains the tallest figure in that entire belt that Zaka was explaining. Mr. Devegowda, DP.
Mr. Devegowda is not... No, Mr. Devegowda is not saying anything, because Devegowda is someone who keeps quiet, and he will play his cards carefully, because Devegowda is not like Kumaraswamy or anyone in his party. Devegowda doesn't talk much. If Devegowda goes silent and if he doesn't say anything, he's up to something.
DP, how do you say that with a straight face and still you don't afford a smile for our viewers? Let me ask you this. Okay, we've been looking at the map here, and Zaka's been breaking it down for where the Congress has to win and what the BJP needs to do. Let me ask you, if this election has to swing one way or the other, either for the Congress or for the BJP, and either party needs absolute majority, which is the region in Karnataka and which seats are going to play the decision or are going to swing the decision?
See, Congress will have to do extremely well in Mumbai Karnataka region with 50 seats renamed as Kittur Karnataka region, and Congress will have to sweep Hyderabad Karnataka region where Mr. Kharge hails from, which has 40 assembly seats, also Old Mysore region, which has more than 60-65 seats excluding city of Bengaluru. And both the parties will have to do very well in the city of Bengaluru with 28 seats. So if BJP wants to win and has to cross 113, they will have to do very well in Old Mysore region, because Old Mysore region, Congress is in direct fight with the JDS, BJP is a distant third. If BJP does very well in Old Mysore region, they can come to power on their own. But in today's scenario, Congress is the only pan-Karnataka party which has existence in all 224 assembly seats. And BJP is still quite strong in coastal Karnataka districts of Udupi, Dakshin Kannada and Karwar. But BJP will have to retain its base in Mumbai Karnataka region, which is its stronghold, and the Lingayat stronghold, also central Karnataka, which is also a Lingayat stronghold.
See, what Prime Minister is campaigning in Bengaluru, Bidar and Belagavi, these three belts which Maria was also talking about, how much of an impact will that make? Do you think that will swing a few seats away from the Congress and that could prove decisive?
That's quite possible. If it is a close contest, that's quite possible, because Prime Minister has campaigned in 19 of the 31 districts in the state. And he has campaigned in Hyderabad Karnataka region, Mumbai Karnataka region, central Karnataka, coastal Karnataka, also in the Old Mysore region, also in the city of Bengaluru. He held 2 road shows. And if it is a close contest, then that might make a difference.
So what are you leaning to? Let me ask you, final question with you before we get into the counting down towards counting getting underway. What are you looking at? Karnataka or clear no Nataka?
I think there will be a clear majority. This is my gut feeling.
And
one of the two parties will get a clear majority. This is my gut feeling.
Yes.
Yeah,
maybe or may not be right.
Clear majority.
But he comes with
May or may not be right. We'll know. We'll come back to DP at 12 o'clock and ask him.
May or may not be right. But just under 3 minutes before counting gets underway, there are celebrations already. Pehla vote count nahi hua, celebrations at the AICC headquarters. Sharin, good morning. Delhi mein dhol baj rahe hain.
Good morning, and this in fact has been missing for a long time in Congress party, and after a long time we are seeing the kind of celebration that is in fact happening here. A large number of Congress supporters, even before the counting could begin, they have come here in large number. Dhols and lagade, like you pointed out, has in fact begun already here. Let me speak to some of the Congress supporters here. Sir, आप पहले अभी तो काउंटिंग गिनती स्टार्ट नहीं हुई, अब सेलिब्रेशन स्टार्ट?
देखिए, हमने पेपर बहुत अच्छा दिया, हमें पता 100% नंबर आएंगे। राहुल गांधी से घर खोजना, उनकी लोकसभा खोजना, और प्रियंका गांधी जी का कर्नाटक में जाके कहना कि प्रधानमंत्री जाते हैं अपने टुकड़े रोते हैं, मुझे गाली बहुत दी है, कहना कि जनता की बात नहीं करते हैं। किसान जो पहलवान, हमारी जो देश का नाम करने वाली पहलवान महिलाएं बैठी है, बहनें बैठी हैं, जंतर मंतर पर वहां नहीं गए, कहना कि मैं समझता हूं आज देश समझ रहा है कि मोदी जी देश कहां ले जा रहे हैं।
एक बात बताइए, काफी दिनों बाद यहाँ पे हलचल हुई है, वरना कांग्रेस पार्टी में लॉन में तो कुछ हलचल नहीं हुई है, क्या ये सेलिब्रेशन कायम रहेगा? देखिए, ये नारा देते हैं जो राम का नहीं किसी काम का नहीं, तो आज बजरंगबली भी, हनुमान जी की फौज भी इधर आई हुई है, और बजरंगबली ऐसा गदा मारेंगे कि 2024 तक बाहर कर देंगे, क्योंकि राम का भी इन्होंने कर्नाटक में अपमान करा, उनका नाम ही नहीं लिया। तो मैं समझता हूँ किसान, महिला, मजदूर, नौजवान, व्यापारी, हर आदमी कांग्रेस के साथ खड़ा है, महंगाई का विरोध कर रहा है, बेरोजगारी का विरोध कर रहा है, इनकी झूठ का विरोध कर रहा है। देश का मुखिया पैदल घूम रहा है, जब एमसीडी का चुनाव हो, विधायक का चुनाव हो, तो सोचना चाहिए वो प्रधानमंत्री हैं। आप कहाँ से आई है, कितनी दूर से आई है?
मैं दिल्ली में हूँ।
दिल्ली से ही आई है? हाँ जी। यहाँ पे पहले ही सेलिब्रेशन स्टार्ट हो गया है, क्या लगता है जीतेगी कांग्रेस?
कांग्रेस जीत चुकी है, इसमें कोई संदेह नहीं है, कांग्रेस जीत चुकी है, कर्नाटक की यही पुकार है।
Congress जीत चुकी है, it's the Delhi lot, but it's quite surprising that the Karnataka elections, even before the votes are being counted, the celebration is happening in the AICC headquarters. Quite unusual. Rashid Kitwa, कितने साल बाद ये देखना है आप?
Yes, Anand, you're right, but it's happening after 5 years. The last time Congress won a decisive mandate was in Chhattisgarh, and of course Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan along with it. Himachal victory was there, but I think...
But उस वक्त भी ढोल पहले से नहीं बजे थे.
Anand, you must understand, there's so much of desperation. I mean, they have not got a good news.
Is it also not jinxing your Potential victory.
Never prepare your
I think the Congress has taken exit poll very seriously. Some of the exit polls
Yeah,
have
they have
given
taken exit
120
polls
or
very
more.
seriously.
Yeah.
There has to be, if there are numbers, numbers, like I said, this time around, the numbers are at the bottom of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The countdown is right at the top, and we are counting down to 10 seconds to counting getting underway. 9, 8, 7, it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and counting begins! Counting begins for the Karnataka elections. The voters have cast their ballot. The counting begins across 35 centers, and our live result hub will start buzzing, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very soon, what you're going to see is that Zakat Jacob and Griha Atul are going to be panting for breath, and their fingers and their feet are going to be running all over the place because the counting has begun. The first results will be out, counting across 36 centers, and 87 reporters of the News 18 network are present at these counting centers, getting you the results at the live result hub, and that'll... Phone calls already, phones are already buzzing. Yes, Griha. Phones already buzzing. Yes, Griha.
Okay, I'm trying. 1 second. Are we getting the leads? Okay, we are getting the leads. The phones have already started ringing. The moment the counting has begun, we have got the first call. It's from Bellary. Number 5. Bellary City, 94.
The postal votes have come. BJP 3, 2 leads have started coming in. Basavaraj Bommai is speaking. Let's listen to that and then come back to Zakat Jacob. Yes, Basav.
ಮುಂದಿನ 5 ವರ್ಷ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸಮೃದ್ಧ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತ ನಾಡನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕನ್ನುವಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನ ಜನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ನನಗಿದೆ.
Our government in Karnataka, we are assured that the voters will give us that mandate.
ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಕೂಡ ನನಗಿದೆ.
I have strong belief.
ತಾಸುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತವೆ. ಇನ್ನು 4 ತಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಫಲಿತಾಂಶ ಯಾವ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಜನ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಶಾಂತದಿಂದ ಮತದಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದೊಂದು ವೈಶಿಷ್ಟ್ಯ.
People have very peacefully
ಪೈಪೋಟಿ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ
cast their ballot.
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
And I thank them for that. Say,
ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಎಣಿಕೆಯ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಶಾಂತಿ ಸುವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕನ್ನುವಂತ ವಿನಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
So I am also thankful that they even right through the polls they have voted carefully, and whatever are the results, we just hope that there is peace and calm across the state and people accept whatever is the final mandate. So we come back to, we'll pull away from Basavaraj Bommai because the scorecard is already buzzing. Griha is with us from the live result hub. 10 leads already, 6 for the BJP, 4 for the Congress party. Yes, Griha.
First leads, phone calls are still ringing. The first one we are getting from Bellary City, constituency number 94, Zaka. 94 it is. I think BJP is getting the first lead.
So 94, Bellary City, this is the Reddy brothers. Somashekar Reddy of the BJP is fighting. His brother Gali Janardhan Reddy has formed his own party. So Bellary City, it seems like G. Somashekar Reddy of the BJP is leading as of right now. As of right now, what we have is 9:7. 9 to the BJP and 7 to the Congress. Where else are you getting? Which other region are you getting Griha leads from?
Okay, we're getting one from Vijaypura. Is it Vijaypura, sir?
Shahapur. Constituency number?
Constituency number 30. We are still figuring. The postal ballots are opening. Okay.
Again, a BJP seat.
Yeah, it's a BJP seat. Bijapur. Remember, the Prime Minister had
I think this one's
campaigned.
getting. This one has Congress's name on it. We are still getting the constituent number. Yeah, कौन सा है सर?
यादगिरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट से शरणपुर.
शरणपुर नंबर बताइए सर. Okay, some technical issue, but we are getting the second lead. This is going to the Congress party. Sharan Basappa is leading. That's what we are getting. We're still. Do we have the constituency number, sir?
Well, we get the constituency number in just a bit.
We'll
So
get it
far,
in a while. Yeah.
21 leads flashing on the screens. 11 to the Congress, 9 to the BJP, 1 lead to the JDS. That's where the numbers are flowing. So the BJP started early off the blocks with a lead,
So
but
we're
the
getting
Congress
leads
now
from
moving on.
Shigaon, which is the Chief Minister's constituency. So that's constituency number 83. The Chief Minister seems to be leading in Shigaon. We're getting 1 for JDS in Hyderabad, Karnataka. Sharan Gowda Kandakur is leading from Gurmitkal. Kharge is from Gurmitkal. He's contested from Gurmitkal. But like I said, this is postal ballots very, very early in the day. But in Gurmitkal, the house of the Kharges, as it were, the home district, the home constituency, it seems to be the JDS candidate who is leading right now. We also have a Congress lead. This is Siddaramaiah's constituency in Varuna. Last time, his son was the candidate. He won by about 90,000 votes. This time, Mr. Siddaramaiah hoping to beat that record. We're getting 1 more lead for the BJP. This is in Shorapur. Narsimha Nayak of the BJP is leading. This is again in the Hyderabad, Karnataka belt. But Griha has more.
1 more from Chittapur, constituency number 40. We're getting 1 more lead. Number 40.
Chittapur again is where Priyank Kharge is fighting from. There was this whole allegations about Manik Rathod, who they believe is a criminal. The BJP candidate there, Manik Rathod, is leading from that constituency. But like I said, very, very early days. This is right now just postal ballots. So hold your horses till about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock before we can come with some confirmation. We're getting a lead from Bengaluru City. I'm just trying to see if we can pop up that number. Yeah, Griha, go ahead.
1 more, constituency number 121, Co-op. Congress is leading.
Co-op, yeah. Vinay Kumar Sorake of the Congress is leading. That is coastal. So it's interesting there. Remember, 21 seats last time. BJP won 20 out of 21. If the Congress is opening up something there, it's going to be interesting. Co-op, the neighboring city of Udupi, also Yashpal of the BJP, Yashpal Suvarna, was there in that whole hijab movement. He's now leading in that constituency of Udupi. Remember, he was changed. He's a new candidate who's been appointed there. We're also getting, let's go back up and check again. We're getting a lot of results from Hyderabad, Karnataka, surprisingly. Constituency number 93. This is again from Bellary. You have Sri Ramalu leading again from the BJP. So their entire family, both the neighboring constituencies, Bellary City and Bellary Rural, you have the BJP leading there. Griha has more. Yeah, Griha.
Yes, we're getting leads from Kalburgi, Zaka, constituency number 46, Alan. Congress is leading from there. So that's 1. I'm getting more phone calls, but 46. 46.
All right. Constituency from Basva Kalyan, Sharanu Salagar of the BJP is leading. So where we are sort of getting most numbers from is Hyderabad, Karnataka. We've got a few from Old Mysore, a couple of seats in coastal Karnataka as well, and 1 from Bengaluru City. I'm trying to see which that seat is. It looks like it's Yashwantpur, but it's a BJP lead. We'll go check back in on what that seat is. But clearly from Hyderabad, Karnataka, we're getting a lot of numbers from Old Mysore as well. JDS is populating the screen. It's not like the JDS is out of the contest. This is from Hole Narsipur, HD Revanna, Mr. Kumaraswamy's elder brother. He's leading in 1 seat in Old Mysore. And then you have Chamundeshwari, where GT Devegowda is leading. Chamundeshwari, of course, used to be Siddaramaiah's old seat, but Griha has more. Yeah, Griha.
Yes, we are getting, Zaka, 1 from Basav Kalyan, constituency number 47, where the BJP has a lead. 47.
Sharanu Salagar of the BJP in Basva Kalyan. Last time, again, he had won with a margin of 17,000 votes. The neighboring constituency of Aland, where Bhojraj of the Congress is currently leading. Remember, in Hyderabad, Karnataka, last time around, the Congress did not do particularly well. We haven't got much from Kittur, Karnataka yet. That's going to be another very, very big belt, 56 seats there. But Old Mysore, don't count the JDS out. I mean, it seems like Mr. Kumaraswamy might be in business, because look at this pocket of browns you're seeing. In Priyapatna, you have Mahadeva of the JDS leading. In the neighboring constituency of Hunsur, you have GD Harish Gowda leading. Again, in the neighboring constituency of Krishnarajnagar, Sara Mahesh of the JDS is leading. So the JDS populating that Hole Narsipur, like I said, Revanna is leading there. In Channapatna, HD Kumaraswamy is leading. In the neighboring constituency of Ramnagara, his son Nikhil Kumaraswamy is leading. So the JDS might not be out of business just yet, at least in that belt of Old Mysore. Griha.
Yes, we are getting 1 more from Belagavi. This is constituency number 16. Congress leads, Zaka. 16. 1-6.
All right. Just checking in on Belgaum, because remember, that is a part of Kittur, Karnataka, Bombay, Karnataka, and the BJP needs to win big there. Mahante Shivanand of the Congress is leading in constituency number 16 by Hongal. Remember, he had won with a very slender margin of just about 5,000 votes last time around. So as the map is getting populated, you're seeing a lot of colors pop up in Hyderabad, Karnataka. You're seeing a few here in Kittur. I think it'll take some more time. That'll be the last region to report. In coastal, again, it's filling up. Lots of saffron and blue there. And then JDS. Don't wipe out the JDS here in Old Mysore. Yes, Griha.
Okay, one more from Bidar, constituency number 52, BJP leading, Zaka.
All right, Bidar, again, the Prime Minister had campaigned there. Aurad seat, Prabhu Chavan of the BJP, last time won by 10,000 votes. This time he's currently leading. The big Bs were a problem, is what Maria said. So Bidar happens to be one of them. Early leads for the BJP there in Bidar.
If they crack Bidar or if they're able to do well there,
and in Bengaluru,
then Congress wanting to try and get into those and make inroads will get defeated. This is early days, ladies and gentlemen. Please understand that 65 out of 224, the leads have come in 29, 26 and 10. That's where the score reads. But these are still postal ballots being counted. So these trends could change. But are they indicative? Pan Karnataka, there are trends and everybody seems to be in the mix. Prakash Belawadi ji is also with us. Namaste, good morning. Shehzad Punawala and Dhruv Jatti also with us. Namaste and good morning. Prakash ji, is that corridor of uncertainty? Is that all?
Well, you know, even before I came here yesterday, I spoke to many RSS people. Okay, I met them by accident. As I was heading to the airport, and they have a number. They feel they'll get between 117 and 120.
23.
Yeah, that's
118 to 123.
Yeah, and they're looking very gung-ho and very happy. So if they fall, they'll feel really bad, I think. You know, but they were confident, and some kind of reassessment seems to be happening, and you can sense that the mood is not as euphoric.
What it was before the Prime Minister's arrival.
No, not just that. Even the exit poll mood that it created has got somewhat moderated, I think. You know, we don't know. See, that's the thing. I'll just at the moment.
What happens is B.S. Arun is also with us. B.S. Arun, I'm asking. Usually, what happens is especially when you're casting your vote, in the sense you wake up on counting day, and as the results are pouring in, there is such sense in your head. Head and heart may be a conflict, but you know which way it's going. Do you have that clear sense this time, or is it still feeling muddled?
Well, not at all clear. I mean, there are many points of view whether which party is going to get majority, or will there be a hung house like the last 3 previous occasions in the last 20 years. So there is a lot of uncertainty, as Prakash said. This real corridor of uncertainty.
Real corridor of uncertainty, Shehzad. Griha's got more leads, the number of leads swelling within 32 minutes of us chatting here in the studio from 65 to 89. Yes, Griha.
Okay, Koppal district, we're getting another lead. This one's going to the Congress party. 63, Zaka. 63, Yelburga.
All right. So again, coming back to Hyderabad, Karnataka, you're seeing a lot more blues than you saw the last time. In the constituency of Kanakagiri, you have a Congress candidate leading. The neighboring constituency of Sindanur, again, Hampa Gowda of the Congress is leading. In Manvi, again, Hampa Nayak of the Congress is leading. But just broad trends in coastal, I just want to check. The BJP, like I said, last time won 20 out of 21. Other than 2 seats, I think Baindur, where Gopal Pujari of the Congress is leading. And of course, you have from Kaup, Vinay Kumar Sorake of the Congress is leading. And you have one more seat, I think this is Moodbidri. No, sorry, this is the Puttur seat, where again, the BJP had changed its candidate. 3 constituencies in coastal, the Congress is leading. The rest of them, the BJP seems to be sweeping. Griha has more. Griha.
Yes, so Bangalore urban we were talking about, Zaka. Now finally we've got 2 leads. One is 156 from Mahalakshmi layout, where you have BJP leading 156. And the second one is from BTM layout 172, where again there is BJP leading.
All right, very interesting. BTM layout is Ramalinga Reddy's seat. B.S. Arun is here. He knows that. He's an 8-time MLA, Ramalinga Reddy. If the BJP is leading, again, very, very early days. These are just postal votes, folks. Don't jump the guns just yet. Yes. The data that I have on the magic wall, the BJP in Bengaluru city is leading in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Congress leading only in 2. Again, very, very early days. This is not how Bengaluru city has voted so far, at least. But has the Prime Minister's roadshow made a difference? We'll wait and see. As of right now, 6 leads are going to the BJP in Bengaluru city, and only 2 to the BJP, to the Congress, and there is 1 independent as well in Bengaluru city. But again, I keep coming back to this. You are seeing JDS in business in some of its pockets in the Old Mysore region. There are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seats. 8 out of the 12 leads for the JDS currently are in the Old Mysore region. We have more from Bangalore. Griha has more. Yes.
Yes, more from Bangalore urban, Zaka, Malleshwaram, constituency number 157. There's a BJP lead, 157. There is another one, 161, where again there is a BJP lead, CV Raman Nagar. 157 and 161.
seat. That's where the BJP party headquarters, the state headquarters is. He's, of course, a three-time MLA from there. I don't think he can get dislodged there. But like I said, from Bengaluru city, there's now a JDS lead. I think this is the outer Bengaluru constituency, the rural Bengaluru constituency in Devanahalli. I think you have one JDS lead there. Meanwhile, 6 BJP, 3 to the Congress. So the Congress playing catch-up. But like I said, again, I'm adding this caveat and I will continue till about 9 o'clock or so that these are postal ballots.
Postal ballots and more leads from Griha. More leads from Griha. 119
more
leads
from
out. Yes,
Bangalore
Griha.
Urban. More from Bangalore Urban. Which one is this, sir?
176.
Constituency number 176. Bangalore South. Again, BJP has a lead. 176 Zaka.
All right.
Bangalore South.
So what we are seeing in the Bengaluru city seats is that the BJP is holding on to the seats that it won last time. Remember, Congress won 15, the BJP won 12. The BJP holding on to that. Now the Congress has 4 leads, I believe, 4 leads out of what we have for Bengaluru, 1 to the JDS. The BJP has 6, and there is 1 independent also who's leading in Bengaluru city. But in the wider state, watch out for what's happening in Old Mysore. Like I said, the Gaudas are not out of business just yet. They seem to be holding on to some of those seats. All right, Griha has details on Old Mysore even as we talk about the JDS. Yes.
And we're talking about Ramnagara, Channapatna 185, where we have Mr. HD Kumaraswamy. He's leading. JDS is leading there, Zaka.
So,
185 from Channapatna.
So Channapatna, HD Kumaraswamy leading there. Neighbouring constituency of Ramnagara, his son Nikhil Kumaraswamy is leading there. So both of those constituencies, I think, will stay with the JDS. What I'm looking at is overall trends. In the coastal belt, where the BJP swept last time, the Congress leading only in 3. The BJP leading in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10, the BJP is leading. Only 3, the Congress is leading. In Hyderabad, Karnataka, slightly more evenly split. And I think the Congress may be making a comeback in Hyderabad, Karnataka. Kittur, Karnataka, we don't have details yet. But in Belgavi, for example, the BJP seems to be leading. Old Mysore is the belt to watch out for, where the JDS seems to be holding on to some seats. Griha has more. Yes, Griha.
Okay, from Haveri, we are getting constituency number 85, Congress leading. Bayadgi, 85.
All right. So again, Kittur, Karnataka, I think would be the last to report simply because, the data there is coming slowly compared to other regions. But Kittur is very important for the BJP. Out of 56 last time, they won 34. They have to have that kind of a strike rate to be able to come back with the kind of margins that we saw last time. Right now, 62 to the BJP, 53 to the Congress, and 15 to the JDS. So JDS has already hit the lower end of what the exit polls were predicting.
Exit polls were predicting, but more importantly, 132 leads. The BJP with its nose ahead so far in the leads. 62 leads, Congress 53. Shehzad Poonawalla, Dhruv Jatti, good morning. Quick words before we go back to the live result hub and also on to the magic wall. Shehzad Poonawalla, are you sweating? Is the gut feeling saying, oh, this is going away from us?
No, absolutely not, Anand. In fact, if anything, my faith is only being reinforced by seeing these very early postal trends. Although these are opening up in areas which are not traditional strongholds of the BJP, you can see the BJP is ahead. Obviously, it's too early to call it. But, there are 3 signs on which you can see the insecurity of the Congress. 1, they started booking resorts. 2, their leaders have started talking to independents apparently. And 3, the Congress leaders themselves are betraying a sense of lack of confidence that they will be able to manage to form the government by themselves. So these 3 signs, along with the results that we can see right now.
I'm also looking at another sign, Shehzad Poonawalla, that after a long time, the AICC headquarters already Dhol Nagada is happening. So that has not happened in a long time. So unless the Congress is absolutely sure, AICC wouldn't be celebrating. Dhruv Jatti, how would you want to respond to Shehzad Poonawalla? Good morning. 151 lead, 70 for the BJP, 65 for the Congress. So the gap narrowing, JDS 15. Yes, Dhruv Jatti.
Morning, Anand. I think very premature to make any comments on what's happening because it's just the postal ballots. But in response to Shehzad's comment on insecurity, the real insecurity lies with the BJP because you saw Mr. R. Ashok's statement and what did he say? That we're not saints, and during elections they want to use Bajrang Dal, but when it comes to the result time, they want to speak about being evil, about poaching MLAs and horse trading. So if you speak about insecurity, it lies in the Bharatiya Janata Party's camp. And maybe an hour and a half or so from now, we'll be able to see who's going to be having the lead.
But is there confidence within the Congress party? Or are you a little surprised that the dholes have happened at the AICC headquarters? Even before counting began.
We shouldn't be overconfident. What we're looking for is to wait for the entire 224 constituencies to be out. The magic number 113 is playing on our minds. and we're not being complacent at the same time. We're being calm and we're looking at what's going to happen. The camp more or less is,
Well, Dhruv and Shehzad, please bear with us because we're getting lots of results coming through. So if we come to you intermittently or interrupt you, it's not on purpose. It's just because we've got to go back to the results. Live result hub, Griha and also Zaka on the wall. Over to you. Yes,
we are getting more leads from Belagavi, Anand. From constituency number 18, you have a Congress lead from Ramdurg, Zaka. 18.
Yeah.
1-8.
All right. Ramdurg, the constituent there is Ashok Mahadeva Patan from the Congress. Last time he won by a very slender margin of 2,800 votes. This time around, also I just want to quickly, Lakshmi Hebbalkar is leading from Belgaum Rural. Last time, remember, she won by 50,000 votes. You also have in the neighbouring constituency where Satish Jarkiholi is also leading, Lakshmi Hebbalkar from Belgaum Rural, and then you have Satish Jarkiholi leading in the neighbouring constituency. So in Belgaum, where the BJP swept last time around, it seems like slowly the Congress might be nibbling back. But further north, it's a sea of saffron, closer to the Maharashtra border. Srimant Patil of the BJP from Kagwad. You have from Nippani, Annasaheb Jole, again, he's a multi-term MLA, he's leading there. Mahalingappa from Raibag. Griha has more, yes.
Yes, we are getting from Vijaypura, Zaka, from Nagathan, 31 constituency. Congress is leading, 31.
All right. So in Hyderabad, Karnataka, it seems like Congress is again clawing back better than what it did. This is a Lingayat-dominated seat, constituency number 31. It was won by the BJP last time around. This time, Katankot Vithol of the Congress is leading. Yes, Griha.
One more from Vijaypura, from constituency number 28. There's a BJP lead, Zaka. 28.
This is Kallappa Sangappa of the BJP. Last time he won by a margin of just 3,000 votes. This time he's leading in that constituency. So if the BJP manages to win those close contests in Kittur, Karnataka, as well as in Hyderabad, Karnataka, then the BJP is very much in the game. But in coastal, I can certainly see a lot more blues than what we saw last time around. Just want to quickly check. From Sringeri, the Congress candidate there is leading. In the neighboring constituency of Mudigere, again, the Congress candidate there is leading. Gopal Pujari is leading in Baindur. Then you have from Kaup, like I said, Vinay Kumar Suraki is leading in the neighboring constituency of Kundapura. Again, Kundapura is where all this hijab stuff started from. In Kundapura, the Congress candidate Kiran Kumar seems to be leading. So some inroads the Congress seems to be making there in the coastal belt. But again, I'm interested in the JDS number. They're already at 17. They're already at 17, but Griha has more. Yes, Griha.
Yes, more from Bangalore, Urban Zaka. We're getting it from Chamarajpet, 168. There's a Congress lead from 168.
Chamarajpet, of course, is Zamir Ahmed Khan. I think that's the seat he's fighting from, if I'm not mistaken. So the Bangalore city seats, from what I can see, the Congress has currently only 3 leads. The BJP running away to 7 leads. The question is, will it stay like this? Like I said, again, I'm saying this again and again. Postal ballots, folks. Hold your horses. This is not the real results yet. But Anand, yeah.
Well, it looks fascinating and exciting. And I can see, Prakash Belawadi, B.S. Arun and Rashid Kidwai slowly going up because the adrenaline, you can feel it too. As the rush is
like a big race.
It's like a big race. And we're putting the race on top of our screens. I'm just quickly explaining our screen. Once we show you the key race alerts, we'll also explain to you how to understand the CNN News 18 election dashboard or the screen that's in front of you. We try to create a dashboard for you, ladies and gentlemen. Here are some of the key race alerts. Siddaramaiah is leading in his constituency of Varuna. The next key race alert, Lakshman Savdi, once again, the defector from the BJP in Athani, currently leading. These are early stages, early leads, but right now he's leading. B. Sriramlu, the strongman from Bellary, he is also leading at this point. We also have HD Kumaraswamy from Channapatna. He is also leading. So clearly, the big names so far leading, doing well. We also have C.T. Ravi from Chikmagalur. He is also leading. Early stages, early days, postal ballots, plus the first, perhaps the EVMs will start opening around 8:30. But some of the key race alerts, Basavaraj Bommai in Shigaon, he is also leading at this point. And so, largely, no upsets so far with even Jagdish Shettar, Hubli Dharwad. Many believe that Tenginkai should give him a run. But right now, he seems to be leading with the initial postal ballots being counted. And also Nikhil Kumaraswamy in Ramanagaram, he is also leading. Hubli Dharwad update coming in from Griha Atul. Yes, Griha.
Constituency number 73, Shettar is leading. Jagdish Shettar, Anandi was just talking about it. 73, Zaka.
All right, just want to quickly run our viewers through a couple of more editions we've got on the Magic Wall. This is the halfway pie as it stands right now. I'm going to go back and refresh this page. But it seems like it is the BJP with 83, and the Congress with 72, if I'm not mistaken. Here you go. This is 83 and 74. This 49 has not been declared. 17 to the JDS. I'm interested in the JDS figure. And then you have, we've taken out a cricketing terminology as well. The worm. The worms between the two teams. At 8:05, the Congress was trailing. 8:10, the Congress trailing. By 8:20, it's far more neck and neck between the Congress and the BJP. Griha has more. Yes, Griha.
Okay, I think in Chennapatna, the BJP has got a lead now, 185, Zaka. HD Kumaraswamy fighting from that seat. BJP has a lead, 185.
All right, very interesting. Channapatna and Ramnagara, the two neighboring constituencies. On the wall, it's still showing HD Kumaraswamy is leading from that constituency. But like I said, it's very early days, folks. On postal ballots, elections don't get decided.
This is like a photo moment. You know, just save it that in Channapatna for a short period of time, there was somebody from the BJP
what
who was
Prakashji was saying, just add to that. I was speaking to one of the BJP leaders and he said that abhi hamara Dhoni bat karne nahi utra hai before Prime Minister's arrival. And now you are seeing the numbers, whether it will hold or not, that remains to be seen. But the confidence that the party has, that he will be able to carry an election, and he has won multiple states for the BJP.
I think critically, more importantly, those parts which were the problem areas for the Congress. Now, has he been, there is an update on DK Shivakumar. Yes, Griha.
Yeah, we have an update on DK Shivakumar. Kanakpura, he's leading 184 Zaka. So DK Shivakumar is leading Congress.
Last time as well.
Last time he won by 80,000 votes, I think 79,000 odd. This time they're saying that he'll win by 1 lakh votes, but we'll see. I don't think that's a problem so much for DK Shivakumar, but look at the old Mysore region, and I think I'm very, very curious to see. The JDS is not out of the game yet. They're already at 19, which is more than what most opinion polls gave them, and 19 is not a bad number at all.
No,
they could cross... Yeah.
Except for 2 opinion polls that gave them below 20. Everybody else gave them above 20.
But Prakash, this is out of 180 seats, not out of 224. Out of 180, they've already got 19, so I suspect they might reach 25.
But you know, the areas that have not opened up are not JDS.
Yeah, of course.
They're not JDS areas. But point is, if
unless
the JDS
they get 20, they're not in the game.
But if JDS crosses 20, then phas gaya hai. Then it is very difficult for a
Then that is the reason why HD Kumaraswamy is so miffed.
Just quickly, ladies and gentlemen, explaining the screen, the dashboard, how to understand. Right on top of us, right here, is the halfway number. So the race, that's what's happening there. The latest leads, and you see the grey area. That grey area is the one that needs to be covered right now. 87 with the BJP 87 leads. They are closer to covering that halfway number of 113. Right below is the leads and of course the scorecard. 87, 74, 19, and that's the total number. 181 out of 224, the leads. You can read that very well. The corner there, at the bottom corner, are the key candidates. So you can understand the candidates and, of course, the key race alerts which are flashing on the screen. So this is how you should understand the entire election dashboard. That's your screen right now. Let's go across to Griha Atul from the live result hub. Yes.
More from Bangalore Urban, Anand. We are getting it from the constituency number 159. There's a Congress lead. 159, there's a Congress lead. We are also getting a lowdown on how are people standing. If we look at Nikhil Kumaraswamy from Ramnagara, 183, he's leading. HD Kumaraswamy is trailing, like I mentioned. And we also have G. Somashekar Reddy from Bellary City. We still, he still has the lead, right? Yeah. He has the lead. BJP has the lead there. Dharwar again from 73 constituency. Mahesh Tengikai is trailing from the BJP.
Hubli Dharwar Central, that is Jagdish Shettar's seat, yeah. But let's see again, postal ballots. Tengikai is now trailing currently in Hubli Dharwar Central. But I think a couple of things are happening. Region-wise, if you look at it, in coastal, which was a complete sweep of the BJP last time around, you're seeing a lot of pop-up of blues this time. BJP is managing to retain seats in the outer Bengaluru constituencies, Tumkur, Kolar, that belt. In North Karnataka, in Hyderabad, Karnataka, you're seeing a mix of blue and saffron. And here in Belgaum, where I think that is very, very interesting because Belgaum, the BJP will have to hit big if they have to win the state big. There in the rural constituencies, it seems like the BJP seems to be retaining what it had in 2018. But in the urban pockets, in Belgaum city, Lakshmi Hebalkar is leading, Satish Jarkioli is leading. So we'll wait and see how that battle plays out in North Karnataka. So far, the map looks neck and neck. It's not runaway. And gentlemen in the studio, please jump up and speak whenever you want to speak. Like Prakash Balawadi said, you got to seize the moment. Carpe diem. That's what you need to do, Rashid Kidwai and B.S. Saron here, because there's so much happening and it's happening thick and fast. You can go ahead with observation any moment. Yeah, it's thick and fast. But more importantly, nobody's running away. No party, Zaka, at this point seems to be running away with everybody seems to be in the mix and in hunt with each other, especially the JDS thinking ki
I can play Kingmaker. 20.
Yeah, imagine,
they've got to the 20 round.
Kumaraswamy just half an hour ago saying, you guys have not given us anything. You've given us 12, 15. Right now, they're at 20. They're already at 20. These are leads. These are postal ballots. Shehzad, I think, wants to make a point. But by and large, it seems like 88 to BJP, 76 to Congress. As things stand right now, it could change. Shehzad.
Zaka, what happened to all those people who were saying that this was a runaway anti-incumbency election? I know it's too early to say anything one way or the other, but clearly the telltale signs of anti-incumbency aren't existing in the kind of results we are seeing in the postal ballots as of now. So clearly there are some people who are over-amplifying the so-called anti-incumbency effect, the so-called 40% corruption government effect, and they were doing it for a particular purpose. I think the fact that it is such a tough contest even now, where a state has a history of not repeating governments, itself indicates a lot of things.
शहजाद, अगर कांग्रेस 65 से 113 पहुंच गया और आप 104 से 113 या 117 से 113 पे नहीं रहे, then clearly anti-incumbency wala logic works. Dhruv Jatti, please jump in, okay? Please jump in. Please put your hand up and jump in. Yeah.
And there is also a traditional view that postal ballot actually tends to favor the BJP.
Yes.
I mean, pan-India actually.
And if it is 76-90, that means the Congress is making some kind of...
Yes, Dhruv. Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Anand, if you have a close look at what's happening in coastal belt, which the Bharatiya Janata Party tried to woo with communal issues like the Bajrang Dal, what you're seeing with the postal ballots is a lead for the Congress in the coastal belt. So that's a very interesting development. And speaking about governments, if you actually look at it, since 2013, we haven't had a people's mandate. In 2018, what they did was they ended up purchasing MLAs. So this election, on the whole, is a victory for the people of Karnataka when the Congress party touches 113.
People's mandate, little rich coming from the Congress party. 2018, Congress didn't have the mandate, but they formed the government with the JDS. In Maharashtra, Congress didn't have the mandate, but then the breakaway happened and the MVA formed the government there. So people's mandate leaned towards the single largest party. That's what you would want to concede, be it Maharashtra, be it Karnataka. B.S. Arun, you want to weigh in? Looking at what's happening?
I'm seeing, of course, it's postal ballot, but B. Sriramulu trails. He is a minister, a very powerful leader of the scheduled tribes, and he is contesting from the tribal-rich area of the central Karnataka.
So you're seeing, so you are keeping your eye on the key race alert. So everybody is looking at the screen at different points and saying, picking out points. Yeah.
One more Ballari brothers. It says he trails G.S. Reddy. Somshekar Reddy is from the Ballari rural, I think. So this is one.
R. Ashok is trailing. Kanakapura, bottom of the screen. Wow. Let's go across.
That's against DK
Shivakumar. He had no choice. I don't know. There's great politics that R. Ashok was fielded there in the first place.
So give us a gossip. Yeah.
See, the idea is that who is the Vakaliga leader is the question. You know? So if you can prove, I feel there's a bit of match fixing has happened there. If you can prove, and I think the candidate against Ashok, is not such a strong candidate. So some adjustment has happened, I feel. I'm not sure, but...
some adjustment has happened. Griha, once again, Griha, yes, live result hub.
We're getting a lead from Koppal there, 64. We have JDS lead, Zaka. Constituency number 64.
Koppal is not a JDS district, or it's not a JDS stronghold. The gentleman C.V. Chandrasekhar of the JDS, remember last time it was a BJP seat. You come back and check in on central Karnataka. A lot of it hasn't opened up yet, but we're getting from Shimoga, Davangere, etc., where the BJP seems to be holding on to what it had last time. K.R. Purnima from Hirayur is leading. Let me just come back down and check. From Turuvekere, Masala Jairam of the BJP is leading. From Gubbi, SD Dilip Kumar is leading. These are of Tumkur Rural. Suresh Gowda is leading. So the BJP managing to hold on to some of those rural belt as you come into central Karnataka, the Lingayat belt as it were. But the JDS, interestingly has one seat in Karwar. This is Vishweshwar Hegde Kageri. Sorry, this is the BJP seat. Suraj Nayak Soni of the JDS from Kumta. Kumta again is in the coastal belt.
Ladies and gentlemen,
in the postal ballot, JDS is again the kingmaker or potential king.
That's what we need to say. Please,
in the postal ballot,
EVMs will start opening only by 9 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, we are putting it out there. EVMs will start opening by 9 a.m. As far as the postal ballots are concerned, these are the leads you're seeing. Out of 201 seats, 94 to the BJP, 82 leads to the Congress, and 22 leads for the JDS. So as per the postal ballots, JDS is in pole position to play kingmaker. Priyank Kharge is through with us. Good morning, Priyank ji. So the postal ballots are saying
that you are
this could get hung. This could be quite muddled as of now. EVMs have not yet opened, but postal ballots are saying that the JDS could play kingmaker.
We still have another 14 rounds to go. अभी तो start हुआ है. आगे देखेंगे क्या-क्या होता है.
प्रियंक, चित्तौड़गढ़ में आपकी लीडिंग है. आपका कितने what are you picking up from your agents there? What is the margin of your lead?
I'm not sure about the lead because I've not been speaking to my agents as of now. I'm on my way. But there is strong undercurrent against the BJP, and I'm sure we'll cross the 120 mark.
And what about your father? Where is he? I mean, the Congress president, this is an important election for him.
He's headquartered in Bangalore, as you know.
There seems to be a quiet confidence about you, Priyank Kharge. How is it that both the Congress and the BJP are claiming similar numbers? This is something that is stumping everybody. Both have rejected the exit polls. So that's why I'm asking you.
No, see, I haven't rejected the exit polls. I said I'm not a big fan of the exit polls. Having said that, they're very indicative. And like I said earlier, there's a strong undercurrent against corruptions, against price rise, against unemployment, and the pride of Karnataka. And I'm sure that probably in a couple of hours, if you have me on the show back again,
we'd love to have you back on the show.
You'll be asking how we won the election.
No, not just that. I want to specifically ask you this because the Congress starting from a base of 65, and if the Congress has to get to about 120, as you're expecting to do, or get to 113 also, it's a lot of ground to cover. Where do you think the Congress is going to make gains? I'm sure you have done your assessment across the polling booths and where the votes have been polled. Where do you think you will make the maximum gains? Will you be pinching seats from the JDS or from the BJP, and from which regions?
I think my personal opinion is we'll be pinching a lot of seats from the BJP. And the fortress of Congress is the Kalyan Karnataka region, where there has been an increase of polling close to around 2.5%. And the coastal region, which is again a big favorable belt for the BJP, has seen close to 1.5% dip in polling. So people are unhappy. The common man is unhappy. The housewives are unhappy. They're unable to run households. And the youth are unhappy with the employment rate that is in Karnataka. So I'm sure that probably by noon, we'll be crossing the 100 mark and late in the afternoon.
Priyank, just one question. Zaka Jacob here. While in Chittapur, you're leading in the neighbouring constituency of Gurmitkal, which your father represented in multiple terms. It's not the Congress or the BJP candidate. It's a JDS candidate who's leading there right now. Are you surprised?
Well, they were already the last time JDS had won. But I think this time we'll be coming back quite heavily, and it's already been almost close to 2 decades since Mr. Kharge vacated that seat. But yes, the people of Gurmitkal have always been kind to us, and I'm sure that this time also they will vote for the Congress.
And Priyank, celebrations have already begun at the AICC headquarters. Dhol nagade wahan pe shuru ho chuke hain. Is there preparation, because you are pretty confident about an undercurrent? So tell us, what is the nature of celebration that has already been planned?
Well, we are not counting our chickens before they hatch. We are extremely confident that we will form the government. We're just playing wait and watch till we get the final numbers.
But Mr. HD Kumaraswamy is clearly saying that the exit pollsters have said that he doesn't have a chance. So, but the postal ballot shows that he could very well be the kingmaker or potential king.
See,
the JDS hasn't really collapsed.
See, the postal ballot cannot be the right way to figure out the final numbers. It's just the beginning. And like I said, give us a couple of hours, let the EVM round start, and I'm sure that we will be able to overtake the BJP quite handsomely.
Well, Priyankji, you seem to be en route. What we'll do is a couple of hours later, we'll try and connect with you again. Irrespective of how the scenario is, we look forward to speaking with you again. Thank you very much and all the best.
I would like to say something.
Yes, Prakashji.
Mr. Poonawalla, what he said about anti-incumbency. In Karnataka, ever since Devarajas was dislodged and the party split, and then Ramakrishna Hegde's government came, but quite by accident.
Yeah.
Since then, there has been a fractured verdict, one way or the other. And nobody since 1984 or 85, nobody has managed to come back.
Yeah. Revolving door since 89.
And it's not because of, and I'll agree with the idea that it's not because of anti-incumbency, because there is a fixed vote in Karnataka. Once Virendra Patil was sent out from the airport, from then on, see how the Lingayat saw it was that Bommai was not allowed to continue, and Virendra Patil was very respected, very good chief minister he was, and he was summarily dismissed. Since then, they feel that it's a symbiotic relationship. It's not just that the BJP needs Lingayats. Lingayats also need a party. So they have adopted the BJP, and I don't think they're going to abandon it so quickly. I'll just finish one. The same thing has happened to, the Vakkaligas, because they feel that their own Devegowda could not complete a term, as chief minister.
Yeah.
And whenever Kumaraswamy has come, he's been removed before he could complete, let's say, a significant term. He's been removed. So they also feel like, they need a party to
represent them.
The thing is, if DK Shivakumar can actually split the Vakkaliga vote in the old Mysore region, we're talking about a big change. Otherwise, it'll be just business
so between JDS and the Congress, a potential shift.
That's it. Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
It should move to Congress.
JDS has given a Vakkaliga who became a prime minister. No, HD Devegowda ji. So that prestige aspect there. Yeah, be a Sarun. Yeah.
Just to add what Prakash said about the Lingayats, there is one more point why the Lingayats are backing BJP. That was because in 1999, Ramakrishna Hegde, who was earlier thought of as the Lingayat leader, though he was a Brahmin, Hegde joined hands with the BJP in the 1999 elections. So from then onwards, Lingayats came behind the BJP, and Yediyurappa continued that.
Yediyurappa has continued. BJP on 100 leads. So, three-figure mark touched by the BJP on 100 leads, 211 out of 224 postal ballot leads coming in. BJP on 100. Three spokespersons all wanting to come in one by one. Imran Pasha first, Dhruv Jatti, and then Shehzad Poonawalla. But first to the lady at the live result hub, Griha Atul. Yes, Griha.
I'm getting an update about the current Chief Minister of Karnataka, Minister Basavaraj Bommai. As far as the postal ballots are concerned, this one is coming from Haveri. Basavaraj Bommai is leading. Congress is trailing. That's a big update. We are getting more updates from Davangere. So this is an important update from for Basavaraj Bommai. If we look at Davangere, Zaka, constituency number 107 and 106, Congress leading on both of that. There are 109 and 108, again Congress lead. So Davangere is dominated by the Congress, except from Honali 110, which has a BJP lead.
All right, so Davangere is a Shamanur Shiv Shankarappa's seat. So I don't expect much changes there. But what I would like to see is what's happening in Shimoga, what's happening in some of the other central pockets, which of course is the Lingayat belt. One interesting thing that Prakash was also referring to, the Lingayat vote. I don't see any significant breach in the Lingayat vote because Yediyurappa is still with the BJP. He's happy with this arrangement of his son being given the Shikaripura seat. But interestingly, I think the JDS is holding on, at least in its pockets. In Hassan, it's just Swaroop, who was the candidate who was backed by Kumaraswamy. He seems to be leading. Now again, HD Kumaraswamy is back in the lead in Channapatna, Nikhil Kumaraswamy leading in Ramnagara. So the JDS has 23 already. But the Congress doing not so badly in the wider Mysore region. In Virajpet, you have the Congress candidate leading. In Hega-Devanakote, again, the Congress candidate is leading. In Gundlupet, Ganesh Prasad of the Congress is leading. In Varna, of course, Mr. Siddaramaiah is leading. In Nanjangud, the Congress candidate is leading. So in the wider Mysore region, I think you are seeing some Congress gains. But like I said, don't count out the JDS just yet.
Shivamoga update from Griha. Yes.
Yes, we're getting a lot of updates from Shivakumar. Important one, constituency number 115. Yadurappa's son is leading, so BJP has a lead there, Zaka. 115.
Yeah, from Shikaripura. Remember last time Yadurappa won via 35,000 vote. This time Vijendra is contesting from that seat.
We've got an update also that EVM counting has started. Dharwad Central EVM counting has started. So ladies and gentlemen, from about 8:40 a.m. EVM numbers are also now going to get added into the leads that you're seeing structured. One by one, each constituency, EVMs will be starting to get opened. Imran Pasha, Dhruv Jati and Shehzad Poonawala, thank you for your patience. Imran Pasha, अभी JDS क्या कह रहा है? कुर्सी की चाबी मेरे पास ही है दोस्त.
या कुर्सी ही मेरे पास है.
या कुर्सी मेरे पास है.
Harka, thank you so much. It was a really very pleasant day for us based upon the survey what the media partners have been given. The Karnataka people mood was actually off, not only the JDS party mood. Okay, now it seems not even a 1 hour completed post ballot paper counting, and we are in a very much good position. 45 minutes. And going forward, we will get more than this. Actually, as we said earlier also that in this Karnataka election, 2023 election, JDS will not be only the kingmaker. We will form the government on majority.
Okay.
We have a hope for
so
that.
at 23, you're hoping that you could form a government on your own.
Yes. Because just let's wait for a few more hours and see what exactly the final result will be. We cannot decide and we cannot come to a conclusion.
Imran ji, this is Anand here. Dil behlane ke liye ye khayal bhi acha hai. But we keep saying this to everybody. I'm just going to go across to Shehzad Poonawala. Shehzad Poonawala, the JDS could play kingmaker at this point. Yatindra Siddaramaiah has now said that my father should be chief minister. So there is already the kawayat for who will be chief minister within the Congress party.
You see, in Congress, गांव बसने से पहले ही लुटेरे आ जाते हैं. But unfortunately, as the results are, early trends are showing, they're not going to get an opportunity.
Oh, that is big.
What I only want to say a couple of things, Anand, because
Jagdish Shettar is trailing. Yes, Shehzad, complete. That's the
Maria,
update.
Zaka, Yeah, because you, Maria, Zaka, all are on the panel. Can you take an assurance from the Congress before 9 a.m. that they will not start blaming the EVMs by 11 a.m.? Today, will the EVMs be vindicated whichever way the results go? Can you please take that assurance? Because what will happen is that Mr. Khadge has just said to you that we will wait for the EVMs. Let's wait for the EVMs. At 11 a.m. when the EVMs give the result, these people will say EVM ko tamper kar diya, hack kar diya. So please take that assurance. And secondly, on a more serious note, that look, Zaka and Anand and Maria, where is that entire narrative that was being built? Please give credit to the fact that the BJP is fighting this election in a state where there is no trend of repeating governments. And if we are still leading, even in a postal ballots, there is none of that narrative that was being built every day in the morning on English channels from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., 11 a.m. You remember the narratives that were being built that Karnataka is the most corrupt state, Karnataka people are the most corrupt, there is corruption everywhere. All of that is clearly not
Karnataka people nahi bola, netas in Karnataka tha. The allegation was about the netas and of course the administrative bureaucratic corruption which is there. But is that a key factor?
Like a 20-year-old narrative.
It's a 20-year-old narrative and it's cutting across parties. Just coming back, we've got an update from the live result hub. Yes, Griha.
We are getting to know, Anand, that Siddaramaiah is leading from Varuna 219. So Siddaramaiah has a lead. Jagdish Shettar is trailing now. Constituency number 73, Dharwad. He's trailing.
BJP went all out in that constituency.
Yeah, Hubli Dharwad Central has always been a BJP seat, not just with Mr. Shettar, even before Mr. Shettar, it's been a BJP seat. But just a quick update on Varuna. Remember last time Yatindra Siddaramaiah won from there. He had a 90,000 lead. This time they are hoping that Mr. Siddaramaiah will win with like a 1 lakh lead. But having said that, just quick check back in on the North Karnataka seats. I think the BJP is managing to hold on to some of its gains from last time, at least in the rural pockets. In Belgavi, of course, Lakshmi Hebbalkar was leading in Belgavi rural. Last time I checked, Satish Jarkiholi was leading. Yes, Lakshmi Hebbalkar is leading in Belgaum rural. Satish Jarkiholi from Yamkan Mardi. So the Congress sort of making some gains back. But we have two inner city seats, Belgaum seats, which are not reporting yet. We'll wait and see how that plays out. But I think the mix is really this. In Kittur, Karnataka, BJP has to come back as strong as it did in 2018. In Hyderabad, Karnataka too, it should hold on to whatever gains it had. In Coastal, you are seeing a bit of a change, couple of seats. Just a quick update on how Coastal is planning out. In Kaup, the Congress candidate there is leading. You have one more, UT Khadar. Remember, he's the sitting MLA from Mangalore South. He's now back in the lead as well. So other than these two seats, the Congress not making much gains in Coastal. You have in Bayandur, Gopal Pujari of the Congress leading. But other than these three seats, Coastal seems to be going with the BJP.
219 leads in. So 99, 93, Congress now catching up. So there was a 10 to 12 seat gap between the BJP and the Congress party. That's narrowed down to just 6 seats now. But more interestingly, it just seems that the entire map is populated. There's a
You
pan
can see
presence.
the worm. And the worm, I think, you know, the gap was a little wider at 820, 825, 830. At 840, I think it was the widest, but now it's sort of catching up again. I think the blue worm is trailing up.
No party will form the government. But some of the other people are telling me, sending WhatsApp messages and all that they say the Congress is actually ahead there. I don't know what is the kind of source
Well,
of
see, we are going by the actual numbers. The actual numbers from the counting centers, 36 counting centers, and we've got 87 reporters on ground, and that's where the numbers are coming in from. And these numbers will now start accommodating even the EVM numbers, because the EVM have started to be opened. So by the next half an hour, you would have perhaps a change in the leads, or perhaps consolidation of the leads, how you would see. Dhruv Jati, yes.
A quick point on the Lingayats. So if you see, the Congress party is the one that made Sri B.T. Jati the president of India. In the Bharatiya Janata Party, a Lingayat hasn't even crossed the union government. Now back to Shehzad's comment. He's speaking about EVMs. Let him promise, on television that they're not going to end up purchasing MLAs post 11 a.m. But on the other hand, we're confident of a 113 majority, and we're looking at the magic number to be in our favor. Speaking about Jagdish Shetter's seat, the information that we are getting from our own internal party command sources is that he's currently leading, but that is a close seat on the whole, because it has been dominated by the Bharatiya Janata Party. We will see that switch this time. But again, the Lingayat vote share is something that you will have to decimate and see closely after this election, because of the ousting of two Lingayats, and also, the narrative that's built around BL Santosh's anti-Lingayat narrative, which is playing across huge amongst major community organizations in the state. So I think we're too quick to judge the Lingayat.
If that was to manifest, then right now the Congress should have been, even in these early trends of the lead, they should have already been about 115. They should have passed the majority number, but abhi 100 pe to aa gaye, par lead kam hota dikh raha hai Shehzad Poonawalla. JDS ka palada bhari hota ja raha hai. 222 or 224.
I've never seen somebody from the Congress come. I have never seen somebody from the Congress come and start insulting their MLAs even before they are elected by saying they are Bikao, not Tikao, and obviously expressing a fear that they will be sold at a drop of a hat or purchased at a drop of a hat. Imagine what the Congress MLA must be feeling listening to their spokesperson, that they don't even have faith in us, that once we get elected, we will be with the party. This is the state of their affairs. Secondly, as far as the Lingayats are concerned, who said Lingayat corrupt CM? It was Mr. Siddaramaiah. Who was the one who was saying, I will give the reservation to Muslims on religious basis and I will snatch away the added reservation given to Lingayats? It's the Congress party. So I think the Congress party, from Virendra Patil to the other leaders of Lingayats who they've insulted, should be the last people preaching about Lingayat pride. They should focus on the fact that why after...
Key race alert. One moment, Shehzad. HD Kumaraswamy is trailing. Zaka?
Yeah, CP Yogeshwar of the BJP is a fairly big leader. But look, like I said, these are postal ballots. And I'd be very surprised if too many Vokaligas in Channapatna vote by postal ballot. But let's see how it plays out. Bangalore City, I think there's something interesting happening there because Mr. Modi's road shows and stuff. Bangalore has traditionally voted Congress, but this time Congress only in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leads. The rest of the city seems to be going with the BJP. Let's ask Griha. Griha, yes.
Okay, I've got two leads for the BJP, CT Ravi and V. Somanna. CT Ravi from Chikmagaluru, 125 Zaka, and V. Somanna from 223, both of them leading. We have a BJP lead that's coming in.
All right.
Now it's changed. See.
Yeah, the numbers have changed.
All right, now it's gone back up again. I think the Congress has managed to cross the 100 mark, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? The Congress,
yes, 101.
The Congress has gone up to 101 and the BJP at 94. Remember, Somanna was also contesting in 2 seats. He was contesting against Siddaramaiah in Varuna and, of course, his traditional seat. So he will likely win one of it. Again, just like Ashok from Padmanabhanagar as well as, of course, from Kanakpura. But I think the meta-narrative is what I'm looking at. Again, I keep coming back to this. In Coastal, BJP holding on largely to whatever it won last time. UT Khadar won last time as well. He was the lone Congress MLA from Coastal. He's holding on. They've got a couple of more in the Coastal belt. In wider Mysore, Madikeri, all the way up to Nanjangud, Greater Mysore as it were, you are seeing the Congress make some significant inroads. In the old Mysore Vokaliga belt, the JDS seems to be holding on to what it had last time around. Griha has more. Yes, Griha.
Okay, word here on Lakshman Savdi, the BJP turncoat. He is leading from Athani constituency number 3. Congress is leading, Zaka. 3.
See, that is the one that you can, at micro points, the Lingayat vote may have split. And you can see in Belgaum, for instance, that may be the effect actually.
So Athani again, it was a very narrow lead last time. He won by just 2,000 votes. He's currently leading. Again, just looking at quickly some of the rural Belgaum constituencies. From Kudachi, you have a Congress candidate leading. From Chikkodi, again, a Congress candidate leading. These are all very, very small. You have, like I said, Satish Jarkiholi and Lakshmi Hebbalkar are both leading in the rural constituencies. You have one BJP lead, I think Belgaum South. Abhay Patil of the BJP is leading there. So let's see.
And the leads are widening.
Lead is widening for the Congress party. Nikhil Kumaraswamy, there is an update on Nikhil Kumaraswamy. Yes, Griha?
Yeah. Okay, he is leading from Ramnagaram, 183 Zaka. Nikhil Kumaraswamy leading, JDS leading.
Last time they won with a 20,000 vote. Nikhil Kumaraswamy likely to keep that seat. But in the neighbouring constituency of Channapatna, it's CP Yogeshwar who's currently leading. Will he trounce? Will he trounce the former Chief Minister and the scion of the Gowda family, Mr. Kumaraswamy? We'll wait and see. But I think the trends are clearly... 2-3 things are standing out. Yes. One, in Greater Mysore, the Congress seems to be winning much more than what it did last time. Again, in the north, in Kittur, Karnataka, certainly in the rural Belgaum pockets, the Congress seems to be clawing back in. In Hyderabad, Karnataka, where the Congress traditionally does well, the BJP seems to be leading there. In coastal, other than 1 or 2 seats difference, there is no major gains for the Congress in coastal. But Bengaluru city, and again, very, very early days, it used to be a Congress city. Last time also it was 15 to 12 out of the 28 seats. But it seems like the BJP is the one that's leading right now in Bengaluru city. Will that be enough to make up for losses elsewhere in the state?
JDS hasn't really collapsed again.
Oh, absolutely. 26.
224 postal ballots, early EVM, Shehzad Poonawalla, it's the mega poll of polls that is manifest. आप देख लीजिए 105 कांग्रेस, 91 बीजेपी, 26 जेडीएस and 2. So overall आपसे 1 सीट और कांग्रेस से 2 सीट, जेडीएस 23 था, 26 है. But overall it's coming to around the same place कि JDS will say आओ पधारो. Who makes the best offer?
Well, we'll, Anand, if that question was to me, we'll wait for the trends to solidify in some time. Obviously, by 11:30, we'll get a more clearer picture. But Anand, once again, I'm saying with all responsibility at my command, look at the meta trends as Zaka puts it. Where is that entire, if it was an anti-incumbency election, the BJP should have been at 50 or 60. That's what some pollsters have even predicted in their,
currently is down from 117 to 89. Currently from 117 to 89. So that means there is an anti-BJP vote that is going in favor of the Congress, which has gone up from 65 to 107. Even if it is leads.
I think.
Yeah.
78 to 107.
Well, Anand, we will wait till 11:30 when we have the rough estimate of the final numbers. So I still see that the BJP numbers will consolidate. The BJP is doing well in urban areas like Bengaluru city, which was something that
Dhruv Jati wants to say something. Dhruv Jati 109.
And therefore,
so
it would be wise to wait till 11.
109 leads.
Anand, interesting to see the BJP spokesperson stance from the start of the show to 9 a.m. right now. And 109, what we're seeing for the Congress is nothing but the efforts that the party has put in for the past 2 years. Let the Bharatiya Janata Party and the spokesperson himself say that they don't preach anarchy and they're not going to break rule of law and they're not going to purchase MLAs and then we'll speak about what ethical politics is. And
just a quick thing, Bellary City, Bellary City, both the Bellary seats, the Congress is leading. This is the Reddy brothers stronghold. Both of those seats, you're seeing the Congress lead. In fact, if you go further north in Raichur, Yadgir, etc., there seems to be a little more blue than last time. Griha has an update there, yeah.
We have Chikmagaluru updates, Zaka. We are getting to know that CT Ravi of the BJP is leading from constituency number 125. That's the only lead that the BJP has. We have Kumaraswamy, 124 from Mudigeri. JDS has a lead on 1 seat, 124. The rest are going to the Congress party. BJP has one more 127. From Kadur, Belli Prakash of the BJP is leading, 2 to the Congress. So this is what the Chikmagaluru report card right now looks like. We're getting 2 leads to the Congress party, 2 to the BJP and 1 for JDS.
And in the number board, if you look at it, Zaka, the numbers are moving between BJP and Congress as far as JDS is concerned.
It's more or less stuck. It's more or less stuck. I think the bulk of the seats are contest between Congress and BJP.
yes.
Just a quick check now. I believe the Chikmagalur seat, it's Siddaramaiah, who used to be CT Ravi's personal secretary, his points man. He was poached. He was poached by the Congress. He's now leading in Chikmagaluru. So there's been a bit of a reverse operation. Kadur, like Griha said. Arun wanted to make a point about it.
Zaka, in Chikmagalur, the candidate opposing Ravi, as you said, he was the close aide of Ravi. And then he is a Lingayat.
Okay.
And Ravi is a Vokaliga.
He's a Vokaliga.
Yes.
All right. So that'll be interesting again. So in central Karnataka, again, you're seeing more pockets of blue than what you saw last time. You're seeing again from Tarikere, Srinivas of the Congress is leading. From Sringeri, Raje Gowda is leading. I just want to check once again on from Hosadurga, a Congress candidate is leading. From Sandur, again, a Congress candidate is leading. What you're seeing, and you can compare this map to what the map was in 2018. All of these portions in central Karnataka were a sea of saffron. Suddenly in 2023, it's not so much saffron. You're seeing a lot more blue here. So whether it's Tumkur, Kolar, that belt, or even further north, Ballari belt, it seems like there are a lot more blues. Here again, you can compare this part. This is the wider Mysore region. You go all the way up to Nanjangud and then further to Coorg, Madikeri. If you go back and check in 2018, it was a lot more JDS here and a few BJP here, not as much blue. But now, if you check that belt, there's a lot more blue here. There's a lot more blue here. This is, of course, like I said, Kolar, Tumkur, and further north to Ballari. Let's see how this plays out. In coastal, like I said, other than 1 or 2 seats, the Congress doesn't seem to have come back in any formidable fashion. In North Karnataka, in Belgaum and in Bagalkot, there seems to be a lot more blue than saffron. Look at this belt. This is 2023 as it stands right now, and look at 2018.
But these are still early stages. It's just 9 a.m. on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. First round of the EVM countings should start now. In some of the constituencies, it started around 8:40. So we have multiple rounds of EVM counting to go. Now, this leaderboard could also change this way or there, or it could just consolidate where it is. Griha Atul is with us. Yes, Griha.
We're getting leads from Shimoga, Anand. We're getting to know the Shimoga constituency number 113. We have a BJP lead. Channa Basappa of the BJP is leading 113 Zaka.
All right. Shimoga Rural, the BJP candidate seems to be leading there. Shimoga City as well, I believe, which was the seat, Ishwarappa's seat. I believe there also a BJP candidate is leading. He was hoping that his son gets the ticket. So in Shimoga City, which is always MP Renukacharya is leading from Honali, again in the outskirts of Shimoga. So you have, and of course in Shikaripura, you have Vijendra leading. So you have about 5 or 6 seats in that district where the BJP seems to be leading. There's one JDS lead from Bhadravati. Appaji Sharda of the JDS seems to be leading there. But the BJP managing to hold on to whatever it had last time around in the Shimoga belt.
Will be interesting to see how many rounds of counting we'll see overall. Let's quickly get you the key race alerts. Let's just bring you this fantastic morning view on Air Alexa of Bengaluru, and there we will also bring in a certain level of visual effects that we've tried to work here. Our graphics team has tried to put something which will be a visual delight for you, ladies and gentlemen. Here, that's what we do at Alexa. This is the key race alert. Importantly, if you were to look at it, CT Ravi from Chikmagaluru right now is trailing. We just discussed his secretary, Lingayat, was poached, and he is a Vokaliga in that core belt. Is that going to matter? Are people going to rise above their caste and vote? We'll have to wait. Priyank Kharge, who just spoke to us a short while ago, continues to lead in Chittapur. He is confident of retaining that seat, but we'll have to see. Dinesh Gundu Rao in Gandhinagar leading. He's quietly gone about his job. The former PCC president, as far as Karnataka is concerned, his father was the chief minister at one point in time. Jagdish Shettar, the defector from the BJP, continues to he's trailing at this point. He's trailing at Hubli Dharwad at this point. He's trailing. So sometime back he was leading, now he's trailing. So that's important. So did the BJP do the right thing? Will that trend stay? We'll have to see. In Shiggaon, Basavaraj Bommai continues to lead. He's very confident that he will come back as an MLA. He's also confident that the BJP should get the mandate, although the leaderboard at this point points otherwise or indicates otherwise. V. Somana of the BJP is currently trailing in Varuna. He is up against the former housing minister. He's the current housing minister. He's moved from Govindraj Nagar, his constituency in Bengaluru, that has gone to Umesh Shetty, and he is taking on Siddaramaiah. Now, in his bastion, in Siddaramaiah's bastion. HD Kumaraswamy is trailing in Channapatna. A very interesting trend. This could change as more rounds of the EVM counting come through, because for HD Kumaraswamy to lose in Channapatna is like the sun rising from the west. But Satish Jarkioli, he is from the Yamkamadi seat. He is leading at this point. Satish Jarkioli leading. So some of these key race alerts in this lovely Bengaluru morning point to the fact that some of the defectors may find it tough. Others may continue to be strongholders. They continue to hold on, like Lakshman Saudi in Athani. He's also somebody who moved out of the BJP and he's joined the Congress. Is there the vote is loyal to the leader, or does it look at the fact that who did he go and join rather than fighting as an independent? Then we have B. Sriramulu in Ballari, the strong man from Ballari. He is actually trailing. Now, this is again a shocker if this happens, because many believe that nobody can move Sriramulu out of Bellary or take that constituency away from him. That's what they believe as that strong man. B.Y. Vijendra, B.S. Yediyurappa's son, is leading from Shikaripura. That is a seat that Mr. Yediyurappa was happy that has been given to his son. But is that going to result in the Lingayats overwhelmingly voting in favour of the BJP? We'll have to wait and watch. So some of these key results, the Congress, even as we speak, G. Parmeshwara is actually leading. And he was the one who said that there are other options too, beyond DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah as Chief Minister if the Congress comes and forms government. Congress consolidating its lead further to 109, even as DK Shivakumar is leading at Kanakapura. So another key race alert that comes to you. So Congress moving to 109 leads out of 224, BJP at 90, JDS at 23. So this is the story at this point. Let's quickly go back, and one more key race alert. We've got Ajay Dharam Singh from Jawargi. This lead is still awaited. Some of these seats have not yet started counting. They're not even looking, they're not flashing on the leaderboard. Those white areas, Zaka just moving across to you.
And
some of those leads not actually
coming. 26 to 22 now. Yes.
And Congress moving into the Nelson figure.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 foot.
Just short of 112, 113 of course would be 1 plus halfway.
Yes.
Gali Janardhan Reddy is leading from Gangavati. So just a word, while his brother-in-law Sri Ramalu seems to be trailing, his brothers are trailing from the Bellary constituencies. But in Gangavati, Janardhan Reddy seems to be leading. In Koppal, we have a JDS lead for Mr. Chandrasekhar. But I think what you're essentially seeing, I'm going to go by the meta picture, you're seeing a lot more blues in Hyderabad, Karnataka, all the way from Bellary upwards, Raichur, Yadgir, Bidar, and of course Gulbarga. And in Kittur, Karnataka, again you're seeing a lot more blues in the rural parts. This is of course again a Lingayat belt. This is Belgaum and Bagalkot. Other than of course the Belgaum city seat where the BJP seems to be leading, the rural seats the Congress seems to be making a big comeback there.
Halfway for Congress, Zaka, 112. Halfway for Congress.
Just hit halfway, 112, BJP at 89. The question is, what is the upside? What is the upside further here
going
from the
Zaka,
Congress? The JDS is coming down. JDS is coming
now
down.
It's a downslide. It's a downslide for them.
I want to make this comment on that. If that trend holds, and if we can see the comparison in the old Mysore area, if the Congress is making a gain, then DK Shivakumar will claim that it is because of him that it's happened, that he has done the unthinkable and he's made the Wakaligas actually shift.
Yes,
and
to
he
look at
deserves to
him
be Chief
as the
Minister.
leader rather than the JDS.
And yesterday he has said, I have brought to Congress, which was in a crisis mode, to this stage.
To this stage. And he's really laboured. Not that Siddaramaiah hasn't, others haven't. Griha. Yes, Griha.
Okay, we're getting more leads from Bangalore rural, from Devanahalli 179. There's a Congress lead, Zaka. We're also getting to know that in Chikmagaluru, if we look at Shikaripura, not Chikmagaluru, Shikaripura, we have Vijendra leading. So the hunter of Shikaripura, his son has risen. There is a clear lead that he's maintaining. Shikaripura 115. There is also another update from Shimoga, from constituency number 116 from Sorab, where there is a Congress lead. Bangarappa is leading from the Congress, 116.
Madhu Bangarappa from the Congress, the son of the former Chief Minister. So that again is a traditional seat. Madhu Bangarappa has already won that seat last time around. Yeah, he's contesting against his brother who's fighting from the BJP. But I think, interestingly, in Shimoga, it seems to be by and large, the trend is that the BJP is holding on to some of the rural seats in Shimoga district. But I think really the story for me that is happening is in Hyderabad, Karnataka, as well as here in Kittur, Karnataka, where in both of those regions, just look at the blues here and the blues here, and you compare it to 2018, it's a different picture. A lot more saffron. But that's, I think, really where, at least in the northern part of the state, that's where one big change has happened. And then, of course, in Greater Mysore. In Old Mysore, you can see a whole sea of blues here. In coastal, I think BJP is managing to hold on. Couple of gains for the Congress, not much. But really the story is here in Hyderabad, Karnataka and in Kittur, Karnataka.
And in Kittur, Karnataka, it's also the consolidation of the Karubas for the Congress.
Look, the Karubas are there across the state. Yes. There might be 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, in some constituencies even 50,000. But here, the northern Karnataka belt is really about the Lingayats. I'm going to hold my judgment on whether there's been a break or a crack in the Lingayat vote bank, because in Shimoga, for example, they seem to be backing Yediyurappa and the BJP. But further north in Belgaum, let's see how many
rounds of EVM counting overall, Griha? Do we have an update on that? And so far, have the EVMs been opened? Has EVM counting begun?
Do we know? Okay, I think the EVM counting is still underway, so we do not yet know how many rounds are underway. It's just about begun 5 minutes back is what we are getting to know. But we do have a VVIP trail list and who exactly is leading. Like I just mentioned, Shikaripura, Vijendra is leading with the BJP. There is CT Ravi, who's now gone on to trail there, Anand, from Chikmagaluru. CT Ravi is trailing. There is R. Ashok, who is also trailing from Ramnagar. So R. Ashok, again BJP trailing in Ramnagar in constituency number 184. DK Shivakumar is maintaining his lead from Ramnagar there in Karnataka. So R. Ashok is trailing there. That's what we're getting to know. If we look at HD Kumaraswamy, that again is something that the JDS is having to battle, because HD Kumaraswamy is also trailing in Channapatna. So all of these star VIP candidates, their GDS is feeling the big blow. The phones continue to ring. Siddaramaiah also continues with his lead. So DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah have their leads through.
And Jagdish Shettar continues to trail.
Yeah, Jagdish Shettar, I think in the Hubli-Dharwad seats, Jagdish Shettar, of course, is trailing. But in the neighboring seat, in the Dharwad South, Hubli-Dharwad East seat, a Congress candidate, Abhay Prasad, seems to be leading there. But in the Hubli-Dharwad Central seat, of course, the Congress candidate there, Jagdish Shettar, is trailing. I just want to quickly once again check in on the Old Mysore belt. Yes, Nikhil Kumaraswamy is leading, but his father is trailing in the neighboring constituency to CP Yogeshwar of the BJP. Just checking further down, DC Tamanna of the JDS is leading in Madur. All right, Griha has an update on the Chief Minister.
Okay, so far 5,795 votes have been counted is what we are getting to know, Zaka. We have an update on Basavaraj Bommai from Haveri. He is constantly maintaining his lead in Shigaon in constituency number 83. So that's an important update. Basavaraj Bommai maintaining his lead, and right now 5,795 the number of votes that have been counted.
All right, so Basavaraj Bommai last time won in Shigaon with about 9,000 odd votes. Looks like he will repeat that performance. Maybe the lead might even increase. Just a quick check on Hubli-Dharwad, the Hubli-Dharwad Central seat. As you know, Jagdish Shettar, who has held it for multiple terms, he shifted to the Congress just before that election. He's now trailing to Mahesh Tangnakai of the BJP. But I think the meta picture, I keep going back to the meta picture, what you're seeing is from Bellary upwards, northwards, that is, towards Yadgir, Bidar, Raichur, Gulbarga, that belt, you're seeing a lot more Congress blues as compared to 2018. In the rural parts of both Belgaum and Bagalkot, here in the north, in Kittur, Karnataka, again you're seeing a lot more blue. Coastal stays by and large with the BJP, 1 or 2 gains for the Congress. In Old Mysore, in the Greater Mysore belt, from Nanjangud all the way up to Madikeri, you are seeing the Congress sort of reviving. In the Bangalore city seats, and again, this is very interesting, the Congress had the lead and always continues to have a lead in Bangalore city seats. But this time around, the Congress leading only in 5, whereas the BJP is leading, as per the current trends, leading in about 9. So it's going to be interesting to see how...
who are these others? You know, because loss for JDS is also meaning gain in others category.
There is one other who is leading in Bengaluru city. We don't know who that candidate is. There's one in Gauri Bidnur, where Puttaswamy Gowda is leading. And there's one in the central part, which is Gali Janardhan Reddy, of course, is leading from Gangavati, which I mentioned earlier. So these are the 3 guys who are aside of the main parties who are leading. But largely, I think the trends are beginning to now crystallize. Congress is thereabouts, very close to the halfway mark, 112. BJP at 89, JDS at 22. By and large, the Congress seems to have been making up for the losses that it suffered in 2018, particularly in Hyderabad, Karnataka, to an extent in Kittur, Karnataka, and of course here in the greater Mysore region.
So the Congress is up from 75 that it had?
It had 80 last time. It's now up to 108. So you can see how the margin with which it's coming back.
And the gains are coming from...
Like I said, these are the three regions where the Congress seems to be... look at this corridor. All right, we have visuals of Mr. Basavaraj Bommai from Shigaon.
Well, he seems to be walking around up and about, speaking to the leaders. We'll see if we can get Swastika, who's been tracking Basavaraj Bommai. But these are pictures of him. Is he going to speak? No. Refusing to say anything right now. These leads will consolidate. Congress once again slipping down from 112 to 108. BJP climbing up from 84 to 90. The JDS also moving up to 23. So these leads are changing, ladies and gentlemen, and they will continue to change. The reason being EVM counting has just begun. There are at least 8 to 9 rounds of the EVM counting which will happen. Griha is with us from the Live Result Hub. Yes, Griha.
We're getting Chitradurga leads, Anand, from Holakiri 102. There is a Congress lead, constituency number 102, Zaka. There's a Congress lead from there. There's one more coming in from Udupi, constituency number 120, where there is a BJP lead.
So overall, if you look at it, and as Griha was pointing out, roughly around 5,000 votes have been counted as per the EVM machine.
That's probably about one round, maybe even, maybe
perhaps less.
Just about one round.
And on an average, assembly constituency has around 1.5 to 2 lakh voters. Which means even if it is a voting percentage of 70 or 65, still it's a substantial number of vote which is yet to be counted.
Yeah, you probably have at least 12 to 15 rounds more to go. But I think, in terms of what the picture is, it's clear that the Congress leads. It was at 112, 113. It's come down to 108. The BJP is in that late 80s, early 90s figure. JDS also in the mid-20s, as it were. Whether this will move further in the direction of the Congress consolidating its leads and being able to go past the halfway mark, we'll have to wait and see. But otherwise, I think the broad meta picture, and I keep coming back to this, North Karnataka seems to be flipping. Both Kittur, Karnataka and Hyderabad, Karnataka seem to be flipping, and that's where the Congress seems to be gaining a few seats.
Well, we've got an update coming through. Let's quickly get this, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening is at this point that there is news coming through. News is that there has been an instruction that's been sent. Priyanka Vadra there, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra there, praying at the temple in Shimla. So prayers are being offered. So everybody is doing the temple run. And everybody doing the temple run, getting the blessings of the people there. So Priyanka Gandhi Vadra in the thick of campaigning. How much of an effect will her campaigns have for the Congress's fortunes in Karnataka and beyond? We'll have to wait and watch. But slowly, she's getting there on ground and keeping the fight local, talking about the local issues, the real issues, and ready to take on when required, even the Prime Minister. Now, let's quickly get you this. The Congress has sent out news, ladies and gentlemen, an update. The Congress has asked all its candidates to come to Bengaluru. Congress is asking all the MLAs to reach Bengaluru. All those who are going to win, all those who are getting in the Congress, asking all these MLAs to reach Bengaluru at the earliest. Now, are we seeing the grounds being made ready for resort politics, or is it just precautionary that they will flaunt their MLAs and they will move towards whatever is the resolution once the eventual results are in place? The Congress asking all its MLAs to reach Bengaluru. That's the election update right now, the election breaking here on Air Alexa. We're getting you this detail. Now, Mohan Kumaraswamy, Neeti Jain with us at this point. Congress at 110, BJP at 86, JDS at 25. So Congress in pole position at this point. Mohan Kumaraswamy, why are the MLAs being asked to come to Bengaluru?
They're going to go to Bengaluru because they're a very important part of the decision of who should be the chief minister. So I think this must be related to that. I think as you go ahead, I mean, it's too early right now to actually look at trend lines, frankly, because the EVM rounds itself haven't really started. But if you look at the trends as they are now, and if you take it at face value, then it seems that Congress is going to cross the halfway mark. And if that's the case, then the MLA should come to Bengaluru. So we should not delay the process of selecting our new chief minister. So this is probably related to that.
And on the BJP side, Neeti? Quiet optimism, or is it too early again, as you have been saying?
No, it is too early because you yourself have said that the EVMs have just started the counting and all. Many rounds are left. So one box opens and the entire picture changes. We all have seen that happening earlier as well. But again, the point is the Congress is they have not been confident about whatever they are getting into, and that is the reason since yesterday they have been trying to get their flock together.
No, that's surprising. Niti ji, good morning. This is Anand Narasimhan here. Quite surprising for you to say Congress is not confident. Everybody is thinking, are they becoming overconfident because the Dhol Nagada started even before the counting had started today. This is a departure from the norm with the Congress party. But we have T.R. Prasad Gowda of the JDS with us.
That desperation to be alive right now.
Yeah, you would call that, but they are celebrating. They seem to be very, very confident. Before I go to T.R. Prasad Gowda ji, quick update from the live result hub. Yes, Griha.
We are getting two updates right now, Anand. From Bengaluru urban seat, we are getting an update from Mahadevpura, constituency number 174, Zaka. There's a Congress lead. The other one is coming in from Haveri, from constituency number 87, where we have a Congress lead.
Okay, so all these constituencies are in...
No, so Haveri again is the home district of the Chief Minister. He's from Shigaon. Other than the Shigaon seat, there seems to be a bunch of Congress leads in that district. Haveri main seat, of course, what Griha was referring to, Rudrappa, Lamani of the Congress leading. In Bayadgi, again, a Congress candidate leading. In the neighbouring constituency of Hirekerur, again, a Congress candidate leading. So the Congress has got about 4 or 5 seats there in Haveri, except, of course, Shigaon. Excuse me, where the Chief Minister is leading.
So around 15 more or perhaps more rounds of counting that is left.
Yeah.
It's early round, perhaps only one EVM machine votes have been counted.
One
Griha's
round,
update.
yeah.
One round perhaps, yes. Griha?
Yeah, we've got one more from Bangalore Urban, Maria. This one is coming from constituency number 170, where there's a BJP lead. So, and there's one more from Bomanahalli, 175. So 170 and 175. 175, you have a BJP lead? Okay. And there is one more, Vijayanagar, 167. There is a Congress lead. So there is a toss-up between BJP and Congress from Bangalore Urban. At least more of the seats are going to the BJP.
Yes.
But right now we're getting to know 2 of them. One of them is gone to the Congress party, Vijayanagar 167.
So Zaka, is the Bangalore picture changing from what it was in 2018 and what it was, say, an hour back?
Yeah, I think so. The Congress leads are about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 now, and the BJP is leading about 11. Remember, Bangalore has always been a Congress city, and Arun is from Bangalore. Arun, what do you make of this change? Is it the Modi rally effect or no?
Yes.
Both of you, yeah.
See, one interesting factor about Bangalore was in 2018, 12 of the seats had a margin of just 15,000.
Yeah.
6 of them were won by BJP, 5 by the Congress. So I think that's what is I think
playing
behind
itself
this. Yes.
Prakash?
Actually, Bangalore reflects what happens overall in Karnataka, in the sense that there is a 35 to 40% vote set for the BJP, 35 to 40 set for the Congress, and about 15 to 20 for the JDS. That's how it's been. And some 6 to 10% of the people swing the election this way or that way. That's it. That is the thing. So when you say Kurubas, there are some 15,000, 10,000, you're right. But even from those days, when I was a journalist, we used to have toured rural places. The Kurubas are confident. They'll say, this time we'll make Congress win. This time we'll make
So
JDS.
they shift.
They know clearly that that's all that counts. That's it. The other numbers are set already.
So it's essentially that shifting vote that they move depending on who they see is most formidable in that election.
Yes, because well-settled people, young people in Bangalore, they may not even vote, okay? So these people who come from rural Karnataka or in Bangalore, they actually reflect in a way what happens in the rest of Karnataka.
Interesting that you say that, because they said in these 28 seats of Bengaluru, whoever gets closer to 18-19, if there is a scenario that there is 18-19 seats...
18-19 is sweep.
Yeah, so then it's a party with single majority. If it is stuck between not 1 or 2 seats separating the BJP and the Congress, that means eventually the result will also get stuck with one of them marginally in the lead, the other one is there, and the JDS coming into play. So Bengaluru is reflective of what happens in Karnataka. But today, if you look at this map on the wall, Prakash Belawadi, Bengaluru is not reflecting what is happening all across Karnataka.
I think Bengaluru seems to have, region-wise, there seems to be much more BJP, much more saffron imprints here. The Congress, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 leads. The BJP leading in 11 in Bengaluru city. Yeah, Griha has more. Yes, Griha.
Okay, Anand, Zaka, I'm getting to know more updates from Belagavi. Belgaum Uttar, constituency number 11. Ravi B. Patil of the BJP is leading, 11.
BJP right. So that's again Modi
effect. So both the Belgaum seats,
yes.
the north seat and the south seat, both of those city seats, Belgaum Dakshin, Abhay Patil is leading, and in the north seat, another BJP candidate is leading. So both the Belgaum city seats, it seems like the BJP is leading. But look at that. These are 2 orange spots, saffron spots, and the rest of it is just blue. So the Belgaum rural seats are all seemingly moving
early on, the votes seem to be going in those regions which are supposed to be BJP strongholds, seem to be shifting away towards the Congress party. That's why you're seeing the kind of gains that the Congress is showing right now. But these leads are early leads, ladies and gentlemen. We keep saying that. If these trends hold, then the Congress is in pole position. And right now, it is actually reflecting a very similar scenario as the mega poll of polls at this point. T.R. Prasad Gowda ji, 26 leads for the JDS. So you are still in the hunt. Are you expecting this to breach the 30 number overall or 40 number?
Sir, it is still, I can say it is a still premature stage. Many rounds has to is there to go, and we are expecting some good number of seats again. We will touch up to 40. Up to 40. That is our prediction as of now. And
why was Kumaraswamy ji so upset in the morning? He just seemed to be berating the media and the exit pollsters. You have hardly given us any seats. Don't come and ask me anything. Go to BJP and Congress, who claim that they are going to form government on their own.
Yeah, because he is upset because he tried very much and he wanted to give very good governance to the state of Karnataka with simple majority. He has gone before the public with clean hands with all his programs. So even after traveling across the state, north and south, 12,000 kilometers, people are still.
But you would see, T.R. Prasad, you're a senior man with the JDS. Let me ask you, aren't you guys shrinking as a party, or are you growing? Where is the impact of the JDS's growth pan Karnataka?
We are regional party. We are regional party at all angles and at all levels. We are the people we are going to, because whenever last 2018 elections, after 2018 elections, all national parties will target our MLAs only, our peoples only.
Yes, and but interestingly, what the point that he is making, unlike say UP, where Mayawati shrunk to a level of insignificance, here still JDS is holding on, maybe little less.
I have something interesting. We don't get this data usually. This is an addition that we've done to the magic wall. The vote share difference between Congress and BJP. BJP had 36. They've gone up by 2 percentage points to 38. The Congress at 38, they're now up at 44%. So if there's a difference of 6% between the Congress and the BJP, then we're looking at, the direction
clear majority and a sweep.
Maria, only the relevance of JDS is if there is a hung house. If there is not a hung house, then perhaps, in the long run, JDS would split. And somehow HD Kumaraswamy trailing constantly is also an indicator.
No, but if HD Kumaraswamy trails, but the party still manages a 25 number, then somehow the magic figure the Congress hasn't crossed. And the others are the political parties we really do not know which way they'll go. That could be independence of the BJP.
So the party that comes from behind it tends to have a momentum and the tally would go up.
Yes, there is an EVM update coming from Griha. Yes, Griha.
Yeah, so Maria, we're getting to know the 2 rounds of EVM counting now stands complete. So that has happened. We're getting more updates from Bangalore Urban, like you were discussing, more seats to the BJP. And the other one, Yelahanka, constituency number 150, Zakat has gone to the BJP, 150. And there is one update that we're getting from Yadgir, constituency number 38, that also is with the BJP.
All right. So again, you go back and check in on North Karnataka, the Belgaum city seats, the 2 city seats the BJP is leading in, but all the rural seats, it seems like the Congress has managed to come back. You quickly check in on coastal Karnataka. Again, the BJP by and large winning that entire belt except 2 seats, Mangalore South, which UT Kadar seat, and you have 1 seat here further north in Baindur. And of course, 1 seat here, which is the seat of Puttur. Again, Puttur, the BJP changed its candidate. But largely the coastal belt, the BJP seems to be able to retain. Here in the old Mysore belt, you're seeing a sea of brown. These are again very rural constituencies. Krishnarajpet, the JDS leading. Nagamangla, the JDS leading. Shravana Belagola, again the JDS leading. Hole Narsipur, Mr. Revanna is leading. The problem for the JDS seems to be that CP Yogeshwar right now is holding on to his lead in Channapatna, but Nikhil Kumaraswamy is leading in Ramnagar. But the JDS, if that number holds above 25, then it's going to be difficult for either party to be able to. All right.
But Zaka, what you're saying is also the 10%. Yes.
Just hold your thoughts, Maria. Update from Griha on Kalaburgi. Yes.
Kalaburgi, if you look at constituency number 35, Jewargi, this is Ajay Singh of the Congress party who's leading, and there is an independent candidate. This is constituency number 34, Afzalpur. An independent candidate is leading, Nitin Venkaya Gutedar.
All right, again at Jewargi, of course, is Dharam Singh's constituency. His son Ajay Dharam Singh is now contesting. Last time he won with a 16,000 margin. These are very, very impoverished, very rural constituencies. He's, of course, leading Ajay Singh in that constituency of Jewargi.
Yeah, right now, let's just look at the halfway mark. Let's just understand what's happening where. Because if you look at the numbers and the possibilities, and once we show this out here on air, Alexa, ladies and gentlemen, the halfway mark, the race to 113. Now, in this race to 113, who is where? The Congress is there at 107, and it's still not crossed the halfway mark, has it? No, it's not crossed the halfway mark. It's not there. The BJP seems to be holding back a little. Will it be able to cross this number? That is what is important. This is where the BJP is at 86. Now, interestingly, if you do the arithmetic, ladies and gentlemen, the BJP at 86 plus the JDS will come to about 113. Yeah. And the Congress plus the independents will come to 111. So, फिर ये मामला यहाँ फिर फंस रहा है. That's what will happen. Now, in this scenario, what will the Congress party do? What will the BJP do? And more importantly, what will the JDS and these independents do? Because both parties seem to be doing much, but so near yet so far. Mohan Kumaramangalam, a similar scenario for the Congress party right now as it was for the BJP the last time around. Mohan, please hold your hands and update going to that. Yes, Griha.
Okay, the tables seem to be slightly turning in Bangalore urban. We are getting 2 updates, one from Hebel, constituency number 158, and the second one from 159, Pulakashi Nagar. Both of them have Congress lead, Zaka.
All right.
158 and 159.
Pulakashi Nagar, again, now I don't know if Hebal is inner city or outer city now. It used to be outer city 20 years ago, but Arun, you want to weigh in on that?
The result in Pulakashi Nagar will be important because it was here that communal riots took place, and Congress
this is the DG Halli, KJ Halli riots.
And Congress denied ticket to Srikhanda Srinivas Murthy, and he is contesting. And this constituency where this Murthy won by the highest margin in the state, 81,000.
All right.
Okay.
So does Karnataka have bellwether seats? I'm asking that because bellwether seats, as they are called bellwether, there aren't any.
See, when you look at this election, it seems there aren't any. But see, when you look at, you see.
But Mohan Kumaramangalam, this is not a happy situation for anybody. Right now, the way we are seeing it, it's not a happy situation either for the Congress or the BJP.
But it's getting better for JDS.
The only happy person who will be is Mr. HD Kumaraswamy and the JDS.
And the interesting scenario would be.
Let me
losing
just say,
and the party winning, getting the numbers.
Yes, Mohanji. Yes,
let me just say there is the fact that Mr. Kumaraswamy is trailing, or I think even as significant, Sri Ramalu trailing on his seats says a lot. If you look at Sri Ramalu's significance, his community, which is the ST Naika community, literally consolidated and voted for the BJP last time because they said they're going to make him deputy chief minister. He himself trailing says a lot about that community's vote. And as far as the Lingayat community's vote that was talked about earlier, I think a big reason for their consolidation in the last election was Mr. Yedurappa's leadership, which is missing here. If Mr. Jagdish Shetty left,
but these are 2 rounds.
And Mr. Bommai was
I'm just saying that the Congress party would not want to be at 108 seats. We come back to you in just a bit. Some updates from Griha. Yes, Griha. HD Kumaraswamy update.
Yes. Anand, we were getting to know that he was trailing earlier. Now we're told that he is in fact leading. The third round of EVM counting is currently underway. So he's leading from Channapatna, 185. HD Kumaraswamy, JDS has a lead there.
So in all 15 rounds, 3 rounds done, 12 more rounds to go. A long way.
2 rounds completed. 3 round. Third round is currently underway.
Okay. So it's a long way to go. So don't jump the gun. These numbers are changing.
But Neeti Jain, abhi current scenario mein, if the BJP, Charu Pragya is with us. Good morning, Charu Pragya. If the BJP goes with the JDS, the independents go with the Congress party.
Still 112.
It's truly 112. Right now.
Anand, good morning. And yes, I have been listening into you play out all possible scenarios, but it's still early hours yet. And what I am certain of is one thing. The government should be of a party which wants the good of the people, which is going to focus on what the people of Karnataka need, not what they need personally. And that party is Bharatiya Janata Party. So whichever permutation, combination you come up with now, the end result is going to be that the government will be formed by our party with the best intentions, going forward with the best vision.
So you're saying that
in any case,
kuch bhi ho sarkar hum bana rahe hain.
We were a party.
You're saying kuch bhi ho sarkar BJP bana rahi hai.
नहीं, मुझे पहली बात तो let's say one thing about the independents now, because we're discussing the independents. A lot of them are people who were probably vying for a Bharatiya Janata Party ticket, but they could not get one because of the very tough competition within the party camp itself. They are people who are aligned to the BJP with their ideology.
My point is, in the current scenario, Charu in the yeah, Rashid.
Charu, yeah, I'm Rashid. Charu, what happens to Prime Minister's description of JDS as a family, private, limited party, and the fact that, JDS brings instability, etc. I mean, it's all gone within a fortnight.
So it's very convenient for you to focus on one specific line which suits your narrative today. Let me be very honest.
Not mine. The narrative is the Prime Minister who spoke there.
Karnataka, first we have to make sure. No. So I am not discounting what the Prime Minister has said, but that being said, I am very clear on one thing. You want to do any good on the ground, you can only do that when you are in a position to do so. And like I said, it's still early hours yet. Let's wait for an hour or so more.
Yes.
And by then we'll have better clarity.
But again, Charu, the JDS numbers are going up. And at 29, SD Kumaraswamy can very well say what he said in the morning, that you guys underestimated us. They are a factor.
Yeah, Maria, there I have to say that you are quite correct, because even I did not think that JDS is going to be having this kind of a number. I'm being very honest and very apolitical here. But that being said, it leaves a lot for the other political parties and the psephologists, because seems like all our predictions were wrong.
If you look at it, we have the worm graphic, as we call it. It's a cricketing analogy that we have borrowed. The switchover, really, the BJP was leading till about 8:50, 8:53 or so. And the switchover, the blue worm overtaking the orange worm, happened around 8:54, 8:55.
The EVMs opened.
And then you're seeing the blue worm consistently ahead, the gap only widening between the blue and the orange. But here again, the brown worm, which is the JDS worm, you can see in the last half an hour or so, from 9:05 till 9:35, suddenly there is an uptick. They were plateauing out here in the first hour or so, but from 9:05 to 9:35, this is a sudden uptick in the JDS. It could well change again. Who knows? Like in cricket, this can change as well. But I think one big update that my colleague Harish is sharing is some big ministers in the BJP government are all trailing, including K. Sudhakar, who was the health minister. I just want to quickly check in on his constituency, Chikbalapur, where I believe right now a Congress candidate is leading. B.C. Patil is trailing. He's trailing, of course, from Hirekerur, which is in North Karnataka. Narayan Gowda is trailing from K.R. Pet and from Ballari Rural. I think somebody mentioned Sri Ramalu. Sri Ramalu is also trailing from Ballari Rural.
And Sudhakar.
Yes, K. Sudhakar.
Yes.
K. Sudhakar from Chikbalapur.
Narayan Gowda is significant because this area falls within the old Mysore region. And Narayan Gowda, a minister now, who was a turncoat, and he wanted to join back Congress. But Congress and the local, leaders didn't allow that. So now he's trailing.
But 2 rounds of the EVM, ladies and gentlemen. I quickly want to show you the vote share, how it is panning so far, how it's looking so far here on Air Alexa. We'll just call up the vote share pie at this point, what it looks like at this point is that the BJP has 38% vote share, so they are up by 2% from the last time around. But look at the gains the Congress has made. The Congress has moved up at least about 6 to 7% in vote share. This gap, this awning gap of 7% means that the Congress should have a decisive mandate. The JDS has 8%. Others are polling about 9% of the vote share. So seat conversion, vote share to seat conversion for the BJP is higher even with a lesser percent, but if the margin is more than 2 to 3% between the Congress and the BJP, then the BJP seats will go down. Okay. That's the story as far as when we look at these vote shares are concerned. This will all change as we continue to count more rounds of the EVM and they come in. Round 3 is underway. There are at least 12 to 15 rounds of the EVM counting. Will this scenario change? We have to wait and watch. The BJP once again slowly moving up a little. Congress now sliding down from 112 right on the halfway down to 107. The JDS picking up from 23 to 29. So these scenarios could evolve and continue to change. Griha has got an update. Let's go across to her and then bring it back into the studio.
Yes, Anand, we are getting all the Harveys right now, and we do know that constituency number 86, Zaka already mentioned that from Hirikerur, there is a gap margin of 2,000 votes from which the Congress candidate is leading, and BJP is trailing by 2,000 votes there. So Basavaraj Patil trailing by 2,000 votes. We also know that other than Basavaraj Bommai from Shigaon, no other BJP candidate right now is leading. It's only Mr. Basavaraj Bommai who is leading in the Haveri district. Otherwise, all the other 6, where there is Hangal, there is Haveri, Bayadi, Hirikerur, and the other constituency, all of them have a Congress lead.
You know, one interesting thing, and of course, Hirikerur, there's a sitting minister of the BJP there, he's trailing. But one other interesting thing, you know, while we look at the vote share, 45% to the Congress right now, 38, 39 to the BJP. Look at this. The JDS has come down to 8%. They had 18% vote share last time, 20% before that. But at 8%, there is clearly a differential between their vote share and their seat share. You cannot be winning 30 seats or 29 seats with just an 8% vote share. So I suspect that JDS figure might actually come down, unless this vote share increases dramatically in the next couple of hours.
Sri D.V. Sadananda Gowda is with us.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
In the earlier discussion, you know, we brought this up once. You know, it is if the Muslims have decided to vote
for the Congress,
for the Congress entirely,
en masse.
En masse. And if Shivakumar has managed to split the Vocaligas, then you know that is the narrative that could hold. But again, it's just, you don't know, that 9% is just so small. It's like,
yes.
I don't think
to win 30 seats with 9%.
30 seats is unimaginable. I mean, if it would have happened in a bigger state, then that party would have collapsed completely.
It's concentrated in one particular region and in one particular area, and that's where they're trying to dominate.
So I want to tell you, there was a meme that has been shared in my alumni group, you know, with 3 photographs, you know, where in one, Siddaramaiah and, Mr. Rahul Gandhi are praying. In another one, Basavaraj Bommai is praying. And in the bottom, Kumaraswamy is praying. They've got photographs, 3, and, you know, they're saying one is hoping for a BJP majority, one for a Congress.